Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Fights. I'm your host tonight, Sean Morris. Going to be hosting solo here. As you can see, I've just returned from the sunny Saskatchewan weather, so been outside for a couple days, very exhausted, but did not want to miss a show this week. So early morning, 5 a.m., set up the show, came home, 5 p.m., got the show ready in the studio. Got a couple new angles for you tonight, or one new angle in particular. So hopefully that'll come through loud and clear on the camera for you. I have it running right beside me here. Yeah, and so episode 68 in the books. We did not go Tuesday. I worked exceptionally late. Jace was ready to go. I was not. I didn't even get home till showtime. So apologies there. Not really much in the way of Legion. I'll play one game. Talk about that. It was a loss. And I have another game scheduled for the weekend, so talk about that. I guess I did play Friday Night Fights. I guess I'll talk about that as well. So, and then maybe we'll try to get Anthony to come and actually get on a Tuesday night show so we can talk about. He's actually playing in Invader League, the only one brave enough of to jump in the league. So, but Jason and I are going to be working on some projects, hobby stuff. This weekend, I'm going to be doing the glass in the wall. So if you're on Patreon, look for that because I'll give you guys an update. I'll kind of walk you through how that process is going to work. So there'll be some content coming down the pipes here. So, and then Thanksgiving, probably get rolling with the little Lord of the Rings project. So, big Lord of the Rings project. But I'll get started with it a little bit. So tonight on the table, what we have 20 people hanging out. So welcome. Make sure you guys sound off. I'll get that done. I have a bunch of mailing that needs to go out. I did not even come close to making any mail runs this week, in case you're wondering. I don't even think I was home before the mail place ever closed. So, or was open, I mean. So, yeah, all late nights for me, 5 a.m.s to 7 p.m. pretty much every day this week. So, crazy. But September is done now officially, and October is slated to be a little bit more quiet. So, oh, perfect. We got some new folks in here. So Sebastian coming in from just in time, he says, checking in from Germany. So welcome. I'm gonna sound off the folks that are in here, but if you want to give us your place, it'd be cool because maybe some people are here who are new and don't know you and don't know where you're from. So that'd be cool if you guys did that. Tonight's game, just previewing it, it is going to be some CIS versus Rebels. Anthony's going to be rocking the CIS tonight, a little double bounty action for you. He's been playing a little bit of double bounty here as of late. And then Jace is going to be rocking some Rebels. So he's going, as opposed to last week's game, which was like 8 acts versus 8 acts, this is going to be an 11v11, which is going to be super, super fun. I got Bernard checking in from Ottawa. We got Canadian Bear checking in from New Jersey. If you are looking for us on the social medias, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on the Twitter and the Instagram. Just look for Legion FNF or some variant of Friday Night Fights. If you're looking to follow some content for the studio portion, check us out at www.patreon.com. And then just put /the terrain studio. You can see some content. Like I said, I have some stuff coming out, but there's a plethora of things in there. You guys know about the card sleeves. I'm not going to speak to that. You guys can go check that out. It's on the Patreon. If you're curious, you might see some on the table tonight, maybe not. I'm not sure. But one of the things that you guys have been asking about, and I sent the final version, so you'll notice that there was a slight change here. They wanted activation to be a bit more bold, so I went with a red look here, bolded it out a little bit. They love the design. They think it's looking really good. I sent off the file format this morning. They're a small company though, so sometimes there are a few days in between communications back. But if they can print this one, they're going to send me a set, probably just one of each token, so I can show that off to you guys. And then after that, they're going to hit the Patreon, and that'll be a perk, so you'll figure out how to do that if you want to get a set of those. You guys, if you have the previous ones, the quality is the same. The design is new. So Emmanuel checking in from Sweden. And who else do we have on here? Let's see. We got Lincoln, New England. Jim checking in. We got Brisbane, Australia. Robert checking in. Yeah, and then a few other folks haven't sounded off yet, but I'll rip through those. Reminder: if you like what we're doing and you like to help us out, like I said, everything is basically funded through the studio. Your contributions just kind of help kickstart and make that go a bit smoother. You can support in a couple ways. You can just straight up support the show, the Train Studio 2019 at gmail.com. That's the PayPal. Or if you want to get a little bit of value out of your bucks, we appreciate either way. You can go join the Patreon and kind of, have access to the backlog there, the new content that comes out, and you can support via kind of a monthly tier. So it's completely up to you. Of course, your watching is the support we're looking for. That's just the added way to go about doing it. We're raising money right now. Our donations are going to help us purchase a new PTZ camera. Kind of the angle that I'm setting up tonight would be where the PTZ would sit. This obviously be stationary, can't move, can't zoom, can't pan or tilt, but that will be the eventual goal. And we've had quite a few people helping us out already get there, and we're looking forward to future contributions. So thank you very, very much for that. Let's have a look at the list here tonight. This is what Anthony's rocking. Make sure I'm not missing anything else in here. Question on the tokens: can we get different colors? Anthony and I play together. It'd be easy to mix up the tokens. Oh, gotcha. That is a good question. I do not know. So short answer, yes. Long answer, maybe, because the quantities that I would order, there's obviously thresholds. So in order to keep the cost down, if we get enough people, like, I will have to have them. So I will just have to see what I want to actually front, or I might just have patrons sign up and then I can back order after that. So patrons would receive it after I know that people have already done the pledge amount. So I will get back to you on that, but makes sense. I understand completely. So, okay. So Anthony is rocking 11 act 800 point list tonight. We got Kalani with comms relay and underworld connections. That's allowing him to get those double bounties in there. We got Bosk with offensive push, targeting scopes, and Hunter. CAD coming in completely loaded out here with offensive push, electro gauntlets, up close and personal, comms relay, and prepared supplies. He's a pretty hefty cat at 132 points. Thinks he's a Jedi. Costa's one. We have 3 naked B1s in here, so no upgrades on there. So the best way to run B1s, except for the PK version, of which Anthony has one. And then he also has one with the E5S there at a 56 point B1. So there is 5 B1 units, 3 different sort of variants in there. He does have 3 spiders, not to be confused. The one with attack protocols has a nose mounted laser, no LTA on that. And then he does have 2 attack protocols, ion cannon LTA versions. All are at 73 points. So, wouldn't the rebels be echo based defenders? They actually are rebel base echo. So sorry, what did I put? Did I put in the description? I might have put Blizzard Force by accident. Yes, they're echo based defenders. Just ignore that. That was just me typing quickly. But yes, they are. You got to figure it out. Congratulations. Yeah, you got it. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. Bonus prize to you guys. It's other Jace. That's Anthony's music. All right, it's other Jace tonight. Also did not change, so it's not Jace Ryan. It'll be Jace Pippin tonight. So that's what happens when you type at 5 in the morning. But everything else should be accurate on here. We have a Rebel Officer. We have R2D2. We have Rebel Veterans with an R5 Astromech. We have 2 Rebel Veterans with Comms Tech and HQ Uplink. And then we have a medium Mark II blaster ×2. And then we have 2 FD cannons with LTA and barrage generators, and then 2 T-47 airspeeders with hotshot, power harpoon, and LTA. Jace has got a lot of ability to generate aims in this list, so he's coming in at the blue there. Sorry, not turn 1. He's coming in at the blue player as 2 points. So squeaking out the bid. I'm not sure if that was the plan, or if they care, or how that all transpired. I didn't listen to all the turn 0 talk, but nonetheless, that's what he's got going on there. So I'm going to give you kind of a walkthrough of the table here, what it all looks like. We'll have a look. Yeah, he's got double. It's double everything though. So it's the Tim Horton special here tonight with the Rebels, the double. So there's the action cam tonight. We'll switch that around, but that'll kind of show you the center of the table, what's kind of going on. You see an FD cannon already deployed there. Guys will walk us through the deployments when we get there. That's the far side camera, so that'll be from the wall looking down. A little bit of little bit of an sort of a downward angle. The other one's a little bit more shallow. Close camera here on my side, so this will be more or less Jace's end moving forward. It's going to be slightly reversed, so it's Jace will be on the right side of your screen tonight, although he is technically on the far side for me. But that just lines up with all the overlays for you. Jace is on the bottom, Anthony's on the top here, and this will be probably the main view we'll play with as opposed to the action cam, but we'll get there when it suits the action that's being played in the middle. The do back basically is marking near as to the middle of the table as we could. Activation count is there. You can see 11 and 11. Anthony on the left, Jace on the right. Everything looks good so far in terms of deployment. We got an FD cannon, like I said, one FD cannon hugging the edge here, one FD cannon managed to get to the upper portion. I'll explain how that got there in a second. Command cards we will play tonight, and then there's the lists again. Let me pop up the scoreboard for tonight so you guys can see. It is going to be, we will reset the timer, boop, and pause that. So it is going to be moisture evaporators tonight. It is clear conditions, and it is major offensive. So on the major offensive, I'm going to guess that FD cannon's probably kissing that 3x3 block there, and as such, it's going to be as far forward as it possibly can there. So getting max range, and then it looks like Jace has the other one on the dog leg down there. So I will jump back to the overhead cam here. Let me kill the scoreboard. There we go. I don't know if I have major offensive preloaded here or not. Let me just see here. Yeah, I do. There we go. Look at that. So again, official measurements are accurate on the table. Unofficially, because you lose a little bit on the distortion. So it looks like Anthony is got the box fairly accurate. The one backside as you go out to the end, the camera sort of fisheyes a little bit. So that'll give you the loose impression. But I think Anthony's markers are fairly accurate. You probably have to go back a little bit as well from the building. So you can see where Jace is deployed, opting not to go all the way to the end, but I think that's because he's looking to close off that pathway through the center. So it narrows in the middle. That's intentional. I wanted to kind of make a gully through there. So both players have a fairly narrow approach to that middle. They're not playing over the middle, but that is kind of what both players need to deal with there. So already got some pre-chatter here about who's at a disadvantage here. Echo Base apparently is at a disadvantage. That's the opposite of what Anthony was saying. So I'm not really sure what's happening here at this point. So Canadian Bears in here. I'm going to go back through the list here. Sean Death's in here. We got Stan checking in. Striker, X Todd, Jim, I think we already gave a shout out to, but welcome anyway. Tom Walker. Who else do I see? I saw Bernard, Emmanuel, Roberts, Sebastian, Chronic Canucks in here, or was. Andrew and Travis saying hello early on in the show, and I think I got everybody there. So, but there is 23 hanging out, so I think I missed. I don't have everyone typing in chat, but let us know if you're here. If you give you a shout out for sure. I'm just going to jump back to this so you guys can kind of see what Anthony's having a look at here. So let us know what you guys think about this extra camera that we added tonight in terms of bringing you sort of as close to the action as possible. We can't move this one here, but we will have a bit of control over it in terms of we can get a little bit closer in, but it's not going to be quite as nice as our eventual edition. But hopefully you guys enjoy this nonetheless. You see a little bit closer to the action. And I believe players have indicated all painted minis tonight. So, and before anybody points it out, I believe Anthony's Cad Bane is not based. So there's that. just pointing that out while we're there. So if you guys are given any donations tonight, not that you want to shout yourself out, but make sure you guys put in the box there if something comes through. I do not have any ability to check my phone as it's actually being used for the stream tonight as well as the iPad. So I don't want to miss any of that. I don't want to be rude, but if you guys help us out in any way, make sure you call yourself out in chat so that I can call you out on screen. Look at that sweet sleeve coming in there. We'll do some sponsor shout outs in between, but Anthony obviously flashing the Deep Cut Studios sleeve there. And we are playing on a Deep Cut Studios mat, by the way. So Bernard says, way to go. Friday night fights all painted. Yeah, look at us go. So I see that thumbs down disappeared as well. So that is sweet. Appreciate that. That probably was Bernard. Players are just going to finish up doing the deployment here, and then we'll get into the action. So if you're just joining us now and you want to have another look at the list, there they are. I've got all the LTAs on the Rebel side. It's got a lot of impact on the list for sure. Anthony's got a lot of bodies, and of course, double bounty. Not to forget, we got R2 on the table as well, so there is potential for some not only T-47 heals, but also that threat of secret mission. And in sabotage, that can be big. I was saying before, intercept maybe a little less. You can kind of mitigate that. But Sab does have potential, especially where if Jace gets up and acts early, Anthony's going to have to chase a little bit. And I find sometimes when Red starts chasing, that's a great time for R2 to kind of make that break for the end zone. So, yeah. Appreciate that, Todd. Appreciate that, Todd, calling for the us doing our part and calling out the community. So I do appreciate that. I'm gonna try to see if I can man my email at the same time. It's so hard to see everything on the screen all at once, but I will do my best here, so that way I don't miss anything. So you guys have been helping us out a lot here in the last few years. We do greatly appreciate that. So let me hide that down there, making sure. Let us know if everything's coming through loud and clear, smooth, not choppy on your end. Everything's looking good. We want to make sure that we do all this work. We want to make sure it's coming through as intended on your end as well. So, Jace, where are you guys at for deployments?
He's on his last one, then I just got R2.
Okay, fantastic. So it looks like players are nearly completed the process of putting things down on the table, which is great. All right, so I'm going to see if I can hot mic the table here temporarily, and I'll kill my yeah, that camera's really good. I have one more camera that we can potentially add. I don't know if we're going to exceed the capacity, but I'm going to try to work that in. So, Strange Event is actually wondering if Jace has any juice boxes handy. He doesn't have a juice box, but I do believe that there is some sort of juice in a sippy cup there on the side there. So, all right, I will kill my mic here. Hot mic the table. All right, please.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, as said before, we got a laser cannon right here. We got a second laser cannon up there. Both Mark IIs are right here, near the VAP. Vets with the comms tech, vets with the comms tech, with the officer and R2. Got an airspeeder sitting here in the back. Airspeeder sitting here in the back. And then the last unit of vets that are ready to go to that map. And those ones have the repair droid.
Okay. I've got spider droid with laser cannon, spider droid with ion, spider droid with ion, Kalani, Bosk. So for CAD tokens, we got one CAD token here, one CAD token here, one CAD token here. Then we've got PK squad, naked B1s, naked B1s, naked B1s, and B1s with E5C.
Cool.
All right, so that is should be good, and we'll kind of point things out, and players will help us out as we get going. So I will make sure. Okay, players are going to give me the cards. I'm going to have a look at that. You're good, Jace. I see yours. I'm going to go here. I will make sure the scoreboard gets popped up. I will hit the timer as soon as I have Anthony's card, and then we'll get going. I will just before I do that, though, just before we get into turn one, I do want to thank once again Deep Cut Studios Gaming Mats for helping us out here. Like I said, each and every week, go check them out. If you guys are curious what maps we have or what one's out each week, just let us know. And we'll give you, we'll point you in the right direction, and you guys can go check them out. You guys will not be disappointed with the quality and or speed. Price is exactly what you pay for. So just know that, right? So it's going to be all kinds of sizes, all kinds of gaming. You guys can get a mat that's a little bit bigger. We use 6x4s, and we like the infinity edge. It just kind of runs over the edge of the table. Just gives a nice sharp look on camera, but you can certainly get straight 6x3s if that's what you're looking for. So yeah, so that is what we got going on. So thanks again, Deep Cut Studios. All right, so turn one is ready. I'm just waiting for Anthony's card, and then we'll get rocking with this. So
He's already scared.
looking for the over under tonight. I see a prediction here 5. Nightbringer was going to call 8. They look top heavy, so I will say that I did sink a couple down so they can knock them over a little less quickly. We are actually going to build this table into thanks. Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, it was a divulge. Okay, that's cool. All right, so Anthony's got that. Command cards are ready. I will go ahead and do the flip here. So Anthony went ahead with I make the rules now because he did divulge. Jace went with the very popular standing orders. So Jace is going to lose priority here. As I said, Anthony did divulge, so he has the Bane tokens out, as he has already pointed out to you. And then Jace is going to do his assigning here. So he does have 2 HQ uplinks as well. So we'll kind of keep track of how those get used tonight. All right, so we'll do that, and we'll make that disappear. And I think what we'll do is we'll just jump into the overhead here, just to at least set the tone here for tonight. All right, so Bane pop already, quickly and early here. Anthony also going in for the trees. Anthony's going to see a setup. You can remove a couple. These are going to stay stationary. There you go. Anthony went expert mode, trying to just reach the over immediately upon first activation here on trees, at least. So, all right, so we got a comms relay bounce here, going back to looks like middle spider. Anthony, can you point the spiders out to just so I know it's laser? Yep. Ion. Okay, so laser's leading the way there. So all right, so Anthony going to the there's CAD right there, just 3 o'clock on the phone, right in that corner of the building. Awesome. So what Anthony meant to say was just everything's out of the bag.
And the one spider.
Yeah. All right. So basically, I think he's going to have.
3 characters and the one spider.
Yeah.
You got spider, 2 operators, and commander.
So pretty good control there. Jace is issuing 2.
Yeah, so I'll issue to this airspeeder.
All right. So he's going to go. Both of his airspeeders are redundant, so that'll. Yeah, LTA. So he's going to go to the back airspeeder there. All right, uplinks and then to the FDs off the uplinks and using coordinate and placement, and then he's going to trigger LTA on both FD cannons for another aim and an aim. Aim on all of them, and then defense gets dodges because defend. I'll just jump here for a bit so you guys can just check that out. We do have 25 people hanging out, so welcome and thanks for coming in and checking out the show. Hopefully we do you proud here tonight. All right, so let players get situated there. All right, so Anthony just shooting out all his orders. Anthony will also have bag control here and priority. So, all right, so that was core at the back. And that building that is right underneath that, I'm just going to make this small for now as we don't have any dice being rolled. So this building does have 3 access points, so you can remove the roof on that too, Anthony. So he's going to just shuffle up that that squad at the back there, double moving onto the VAP. End transmission. All right, over to Jace. Jace off standing orders had a considerable amount of bag of activations out of the bag, and he doesn't have. He's got a little bit of um, I guess randomness in there. He's got a commander operative and then another two core plus an airspeeder. So I don't. Oh yeah, commander operative 3 core. Yes, because he does have he has another veteran. He has 3 veterans, 2 with uplinks, and then 1 additional vet. Not sure if he's pulled yet or not.
No, because I'm thinking if I want to go things up.
Oh, I better hit this. Better hit this timer here for these boys.
Oh, you gave it to the iPhone. Okay. So this
Quick game last week. Let's see how far we get to see if we can get 6 turns done in the 2:30 this week. So that Pordu back in the middle is going to be in a crossfire a lot tonight.
Yeah, right.
That looks like a juicy range 5 there. So Jace has got, looks like he's got range 5 availability from the furthest back FD cannon.
Yeah, I can hit both spiders if I want. It's just which one do I shoot?
He currently only has control over one T-47 as well. So both with 11 and Jace having lost priority here. He will have the option to go last unless he yeah, all right. Unless he somehow uses a fire support, which he doesn't have any Mark IIs up, so I don't think it's a possibility. He's going to go with the support here.
I shot right into that spider.
All right.
You got heavy cover from the buildings, of course.
All right, so let's get this dice cam up as we do have our first roll of the game. I queued up all the crits and white blocks tonight, so it should be interesting here.
I have the suppressive generator,
Just
but it gives me
two white dice, yeah.
Right, so it brings my dice.
So the suppressive probably won't matter too much
Yeah,
unless
doesn't matter. It's just
unless he's able to double stack on B1s or something at a point. But
full boat right now, I can have.
Jay's optimistic and gonna go for the full boat here.
Two aims though, so I think I'll
Taking an aim action here first. Shot does get 3 there off action 1. Gets the crit off the first aim. Did not tap the generator. And does do that. There we go. All right. Yeah. 2 go away to cover. Then he impacts before the armor. So it will be 3. And the spider will take 2 there. I got a little chatter in the chat box. We do have a donation coming through in here. It's donation hype. So thank you, Todd. Appreciate that. I got a $10 donation come through. Todd's helped us out several times, so I do appreciate that greatly. Thank you, Todd. He's now just covered the postage for the multiple prizes that he's won here on Friday Night Fights. Don't forget, which is no fault of his own. He's a viewer, and if he's here each and every week loyally, he's got a great chance of winning prizes. So don't forget about the Christmas special, folks. Like I said, we had 17 prizes donated. Well, a bunch of card sleeves and some Legion figs coming through from Back to Basics. I should give a shout out. I guess where do I hit them? Turn 2. Talk a little bit. I got another surprise box here in the mail from Gamers Grass, so I'll highlight some of that stuff as well, and we'll add some of that stuff to the Christmas pool. So thanks a lot, Todd. Appreciate that. Helps us out greatly. Keeps the lights on. Keeps the snacks on Jace's table. So and helps me buy the spray now when Jace spills from his sippy cup. So yeah, got to keep the cleaning supplies going. So. All right, looks like Anthony has just double moved up that core. Oh, wait, okay, double moved up and healed, so he's on the VAP again. Positioned here, both with 2 B1s makes sense. I think we're going to see some quick taps and then get going here. I think Jace is probably going to have a rinse and repeat here. We got another support activation here. This is a face-up token. has the LTA aim and going to go with the second aim in here. I think he is going to tap the barrage generator here.
Okay, yeah, right. I would use my suppressive generator if that mattered against you.
Jace does not have a snack holder. We do not put snacks on the table, so. All right, not going to go the generator, just a light cover shot. He does manage to get 3 off the first one. There's that crit. As I said, I got him queued up heavy tonight, so will be 1 away for cover. Then he'll have the impact, so it'll be another 3 into that spider. That spider did heal 1, so does good saves for Anthony. He's exactly basically average for that because it does surge. So we'll take another 2. I believe that spider will be broke again, or now, I guess, for the first time. Broke for the first time. Are they break on 4? Oh, it's break on 4 because they because they have self-destruct. That's right. They're not a break on 3. He healed 1, so he's not at 4. Yep. All right. Well, that is 2 FD cannons down. Those aim tokens are spent, so Jace will remove those. Back to Anthony. Yeah, you bet, Todd. Man, every little bit helps. So, yeah, our show costs us about 30 US a month just to kind of do the streaming service that we have. So, like I said, every little bit you're 100% accurate. So, one of our goals was to not have this cost because we're already spending the time away from family, the time prepping. Usually a 3-hour show takes me about 2.5 hours to prep, and we do the podcast. So I generally feel I got about 9 to 10 hours worth of stream prep a week. So it's a pretty big commitment, but I like doing it, so I don't want to complain about it. So don't hear that as a complaint. All right, looks like we have made 1 move up there. I'm not sure what action 2 was. Oh, was it double to get there? Okay. All right. So it was a double move to get there by Anthony. That's another core activation. All right, so Jace is kind of eyeballing up here. Does have that weakened spider. He's got really no heavy weapons. So outside of the guns, that's most of the offense. And then of course he's got the air speeders. But I would anticipate Jace is going to try to hold those as long as possible. Anthony likewise probably trying to hold out on those spiders until Jace uses up some of the big guns here. So. And I would argue probably Anthony's best guns are probably in the form of his 2 bounty hunters. So there is that problem to deal with as well. So Jace doesn't have to be overly offensive here. Anthony probably wants to be more strategic, doesn't want to throw any activations away early because then he's going to have to send it into the lion's den. As I said, it is kind of a shooting gauntlet here through the middle. So it'll be quite interesting to see how that plays out. So that was an operative pull here, and that will be R2 for Jace. Nothing to heal up here, so probably just an advance and get R2 into position. So have a look at Jace's side here, or rather, I should say, have a look at Anthony's side here on the far side here. So you can see the B1's taking position behind that. He's got spiders straddling both sides of that wall. Bosk hanging out at the back there. B1's tying up the back VAP. On Jace's side here, he's got FD positioned above with a veteran sitting strategically underneath. Both air speeders taking the long route to get there because obviously he wants to keep as much distance away from those spiders as possible. He's got some Mark IIs filling the gap in the middle and protecting that VAP. And he's got FD cannons flanking either side. It is just turn 1, folks. We are on the clock. It is only about 10 minutes into the first round. No score, obviously, at this juncture of the game, but we are playing clear conditions. Moisture VAPs and major offensive was the deployment to start this one. List if you're just joining us, because we do have about 25 people in the chat right now. Are, as you can see here, 11 activations both sides. We got Anthony rocking Kalani, Bosk, CAD, triple naked B1s, one with a PK series droid, one with an E5C. He's got 3 spiders, one with a laser, 2 with the ion. Jace's got a rebel officer, R2. Got a Comstech uplink veteran. We got a Comstech uplink veteran. We got an R5 astromech veteran. 2 Mark IIs naked, 2 FD cannons with the barrage and LTA, and then 2 hotshot power harpoon LTA air speeders. So a little bit of heal on Jace's side. He's got 6 points of heal. Anthony's got 2. And then obviously Anthony's got the bounties. I assume he's got one on Rebel, one on R2 here. So, as would be the case, command cards first round were I'm in control now. I believe that's what that one's called. Or I make the rules now, I should say. And Jace had played standing orders. So that is how that transpired. Players in deep contemplation right now, so I'm pausing for suspense. All right, so we got a core activation here, veteran squad. Not sure if this is the HQ or. All right, so one of the HQs here moving up. Looks like it is a single move here. All right, it's going to do a move, recover, get that HQ uplink back up. So makes sense there. Jace is not feeling the urgency to get on those VAPs as quickly as maybe Anthony and Anthony's one VAP's a little out of position, and that being super protected. So obviously he wants to finish that one up rather quickly, and then get those B1s up into the fight as quickly as possible. So Anthony does have a couple spiders with face-up tokens right now. He does have one core still with a face-up as well. He has, sorry, I should say two spiders. And then he does have the bounty hunters and Kalani in the bag. So all right, so Anthony opting to go with the wounded spider here. He's on 3 wounds. Trying to find range 4 here. Bounties on R2 and bounties on Rebel Officer. All right, so Anthony gonna climb. Gotta like those climbing vehicles. Anthony has just actually, unbeknownst to him, thrown down the gauntlet and said, FD Cannon, you can deploy on buildings, but I am actually taller than you. So Anthony wanting to be the tallest thing on the table has opted to move the spider to the upper portion here. All right, Anthony's first offensive dice roll. Let's see how this is going to treat him here tonight. All right, so it does convert there. He does have an aim token. All right, fantastic. Does bode it out. I don't know the intended target there. Oh, the FD on top of the building. Jace needs to make some saves here. All right, so Jace needs to make some saves. Oh, wow. Okay. That was a save.
Leave my FDs alone.
All right.
The bounties are on the only 2 they can beat, my officer and R2.
We're just gonna check the timer. Yeah, that was 13 and a half minutes in before Anthony was reminded of how much he loves Legion.
13 and a half minutes, and Anthony's like, oh yeah,
Yeah. Thoroughly. Yeah, Jake calling for the average dice roll there. Yep, that was perfectly average. Yep. Nope. a good thing Anthony he didn't have a dodge token.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was a dodge. Anthony would have just done no damage there. So, yep.
What of the other unit of vets?
All right, so we have another core activation here. And sorry, folks, I've been doing a lot of chatting the last couple days, so if I'm a bit hoarse, you can just blame it on poor production quality. So,
With your little cow.
that's fair. Striker is calling for Jace to have a upgrade called Snack Bag.
Please.
Yeah.
JC's a snack bag.
Yes, that's fantastic. Um, yeah, Andrew, I believe I believe you go back to the start. I did say that I've queued it up for white dice saves and crits tonight, so I believe I did call that out. So, um,
And both Mark twos.
and so far it's been fairly accurate. So,
One heavy. So I got five in there, and then I've only got one.
so this large FD cannon that probably should be injured is less injured and still there. So, and I'm just going to flip that camera around just ever so slightly here so you guys can kind of see the reverse angle there. Um, and I might just leave that. Just keep in mind that that will be reversed for the other ones, but I'll just do that for now because I think it gives you a better shot of the action. And again, that is our new cam setup tonight. Definitely want to know what you guys think about that shot there as well. So,
Right, but he has to be put with the back of his base touching that spot that he climbed up. So he can't actually make it up there as well. You'd have to like do a pivot move and then next turn come up here and then he'd be facing this way.
I am also a fan of this particular angle for sure. So that is one tree down, and Anthony just set that one down. So we'll count that too.
Yeah, Sean, that's a fun idea that Jake had. We should do alt art cards that have like us on it.
Oh, just like things that are from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Compared to Wise is like a bag.
yeah, that would be quite funny. We would definitely have to have fan submissions for what.
Scope should just be average.
Yeah, I think reckless driver that could be Anthony.
Actually,
Yeah, just so he starts just
Anthony, like,
raging,
driving down the street.
just no. I was just gonna think raging about like white dice saves. So,
Yeah, come back, make fun with that.
all right, Anthony, gonna go for a pull.
Okay, he's got. Okay. Right, because attack.
That was a spider pull there. You guys couldn't see in that angle, but I'm just gonna leave it here for a second so we can get this sweet action camera in here. So,
I was like, I think it's physically impossible for us to have range 3 from the start because I can't move.
all right, Anthony's gonna have to do a little bit of a shimmy here forward, I think. There we go. In no way, shape, or form do we condone deforestation here, but for out of convenience here for the players. That's what players are trying to line up right there, just so you guys are aware. All right, so that was an AI aim move forward, no shot there because that spider did not have a token. I believe we're waiting on a Jace pull here.
Yeah, we are.
I don't think Jace has any more face ups to go with, so it'll be.
I have the one airspeeder.
Oh, at the back. Sorry, as a one air speeder at the back. Yeah. I actually can't see. I'm looking. I see the exact same angle you guys do, so I actually can't see that on my cam. There we go. Thank you. Right underneath that Gamers Grass logo, which is great. All right, so the creepy crawly spiders have made their move up. Not a bad play, closing the distance, getting a little bit tighter. Those buildings will likely start cutting off some angles force Jace to have to probably commit some speeders to move out and around.
Yeah, I'm going to pull.
All right, Jace is going to pull. He is going to pull the commander. That'll be Officer Tim.
He'll inspire off the FD because I don't get suppression cover.
All right. There's Officer Tim right there behind the FD cannon. So pulling that suppression off that. Appreciate those thumbs up tonight. Thank you, folks, for those 13 thumbs up. All right, so he's going to inspire, move forward, and then do a take cover. Back to Anthony. Anthony does have options here. Figure the operative is going to pop out. He does have 2 in the bag there. So he's got Bosk hanging out at the back next to that black token. Those are his wound counters. And then he does have Cad hugging the corner just in the forest there, just south of the spider. Cad is sitting on 2 dodges. Anthony, I think you maybe missed the independent surges on Bosk too. So
I doubt Bosk will get shot this turn. Yeah, just load the force back there.
all right, Anthony looks like he's going to continue to want to pressure this 1 FD cannon here. Likely a good play. It is in a great position. It's perched up quite nicely. It's got great overwatch, not to be confused with the keyword, but great overwatch on the table.
Which it does get.
Yes. Oh. It's one way to adjust the range band there. Just bump it off back a little bit. Too close, bump it back. Cat is fully loaded too, so if you guys did not catch the lists there, I will jump back to that screen as soon as I can find it on here. There we go. So that is CAD's loadout there. Situational, up close and personal, comms relay, prepared supplies, and electric gauntlet. So Anthony really banking on a defensive CAD here. So, all right. So Anthony looks like he didn't like anything that he had from the standpoint of CAD, so he's going to opt for Bosk here at the back. All right, so it looks like he did a move to the building and scale. All right, so he is actually going to get a shot. So those surge tokens, not offensively going to come into play here, but defensively potentially, because Bosk is going to be. So he is going to be shy of that FD, it looks like. So, but I think he can reach potentially Mark IIs and or veterans there. So.
I've got 2 in heavy, 1 in light, because this gives light to the guy behind it, which means it's still heavy. Yeah. And then you go to whichever one has the most, because I've got more than half in cover. Whichever cover is with one has the most.
It's accurate. So Anthony's got all kinds of bad shots here, but
heavy on them, heavy on that guy. Those are the only 2 options.
from a shot stand. All right, so he's gonna go into heavy cover vets here with 2 dodge tokens. I mean, he could obviously spike some crits here and or surge tokens. And or surges. So that's going to be the likely the most effective route here. So he is going to get 2, which is probably the best Anthony could have hoped for there, and he cannot dodge. Although he almost rolled 2 there, but does lose a veteran. So, does lose 2 veterans with Pierce there. So. All right, so down goes the suppression. Bosk stays at the top side there. Bosk sitting with his 2 surge tokens. Jace going for a pull. Does still have a airspeeder in the bag and 3 core, sorry. Yep. Keep forgetting about the additional veteran. All right. Mark II is going to do a pivot and take the standby there, triggering the Sentinel standby. Nice. Gives a little range 3. He's got a pretty good positioning there. Again, he's got a couple openings that he's not too eager to rush into. So, all right. Now we got a little Kalani. Anthony lamenting that pull there. Would have liked it to turn before, get to strategize off and get a few extra aims out there. It wouldn't have been bad to have Bosk up top with a dodge token as well, but he can still get that off. He just won't be able to benefit from the benefit of the aim on Bosk. But he does have a couple spiders that have yet to, or I guess one that is yet to go. So does have option to beef that guy up a little bit more. But it's the most out of position spider at this point. So Anthony may be looking to just get some movement out of there. The spider is probably forced to go into more of a pivot to get over the wall in its current orientation. So I'll give you a little look and see here what I'm exactly talking about there. So Kalani is hugging the base of that building right in front of that spider. So obviously the spider wanting to probably not displace or move over troops. So Kalani's going to sit there. He's going to strategize. What was the second strategize target? Okay, both spiders. All right, roger that. All right, Jace is looking for the pull option here. It does pull a core. All right, another Mark II. Maybe a little bit of a rinse and repeat here. Yeah, Shadowscope checking in, asking what we're playing. We are playing Moisture Vaps, Clear Conditions, and Major Offensive. It is turn 1. Players have had a fairly lengthy turn 1 here, sitting at about 203. But doing some positioning here. It's always kind of cagey, early. Nobody wants to flex too hard. You want to also position if you do need to respond and answer. If you go down in activation, particularly more on Anthony's side than Jace's. And Jace has yet to probe with either T47 here. So we'll see how deep he wants to take these guys early. Maybe he's just gonna peck at the outside edge, or maybe he's gonna dive deep. I'm not quite sure. So. All right, that was a core pulled there. Anthony just electing to shove up the B1s. I'm not sure if that is the E5S unit or not. I think it is, just based on the bodies that are there. So Anthony remembering that he's droids and cares about where they sit. Was that the E5S, Anthony?
Yeah, that's the E5S.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. All these painted units, I can barely tell what anything is.
I know, right?
Yeah, if they were unpainted, this wouldn't have been a problem. So that's what I'm saying. Exactly. This wouldn't have been a problem with unpainted models. Dang us and trying to please our audience. So how dare we? Yeah, that's exactly Todd. Todd, with his donation tonight, will be purchasing some paint stripper, so we can strip all these models for next week's show. Get back to that bare plastic. So, all right, Jace is. There we go. There we go. I'm glad he changed that so he brings it into camera for us. So. All right, there we go. Thanks, Travis. Appreciate that. All Imperial terrain stuff, I believe, on the table tonight. Yeah, then we got a few odds and sods for scenery bits, but yeah, using some Imperial terrain stuff tonight. Appreciate that. Thank you, Shadow Scout. Yeah, like I said, this is the new camera. This is kind of the camera angle that we're hoping to achieve with the PTZ, but we got a few extra cameras that we can kind of bring in, and I was just sort of testing capacity whether I could run, because we are running basically 5 cameras tonight. So putting the system to its works. But part of the learning curve has just been kind of controlling and learning all the mechanics and clicking all the right buttons. So if you guys are entertained, that means we're doing at least a couple button clicks right. So
Three red, three black,
all
right?
right, it's a big shot coming in here from the T47.
Is that correct, Sean?
Yep, that's correct. That is correct. Yep.
Perfect. I haven't played airspeeder since
Yep.
and I do
It's
have an aim.
it's a good gun, and he has that aim from the LTA.
Yeah, I should be able to.
Does have the hot shot, so I think he's gonna have a no cover shot here.
Yep. Yeah, it's no cover.
Yep.
And I have an aim token.
Hot shot coming in. All right, does have the aim token there. Does surge on this. Okay.
So those go to crits and
Yeah.
impact three, so 6 crits.
Yep, that is a 6 crit shot right there. All right, Anthony's gonna get. Oh, that's 7, Anthony. There we go. All right.
He's
He's
alive on
alive on 1. All right. Cue self-destruct protocols.
Yeah, you want to blow him up. Oh, yes, please.
uh, Anthony brought a defensive cat in case spiders decide to go ham. So, oh, that
I
is.
don't think he really cares. He's kind of in the spot that he's going to die in. I love how it's so many wounds. You're like, I'll just put one. He's got one.
This explosive spider has been brought to you by Jace's Gummies.
And I guess the other one's nothing. Because you popped cat and I popped it.
I'm just going to mute my microphone here as I pause for a small tissue break. All right, there we go. Jim with the call of a nice shooting. I agree. That was a pretty good shot there.
2 actions up and down to the other side. 2 actions. Because it's 1 up, 1 down. And you have to go up and down because I don't know if you can balance the base on there. Yeah. But yeah, to go over the wall, it has to be up and down.
In fairness, that's how every wall works.
Yes. In fairness, walls are annoying.
Yeah. You can't cheese walls like you can cheese buildings. That's the thing. You can't like corner cut walls. No, yeah. So sorry, Travis. Yeah, we just put a few little extra bits out there. So we got a dewback hanging out, an land speeder hanging out. So yeah, we took all the bases off. Anything that's just there's a few extra droids running around on the table.
Oh, you can bring these guys here. What are you talking about? There's no one right here with an FD that's watching it as well. Up and over, up and over. Fun fact, he actually stays facing the way he is, which is actually better for you because you get your arc like that. Because you're there and you go up and down. Because he just climbs it sideways, basically. With both of his aims and his dodge. Okay. So you've just got CAD. I have core and an air speeder. And I
Yeah.
pulled the air speeder.
Jace did pull the heavy here. All right, Jace trying to figure out where he could both land and shoot potentially.
Because of that guy. I'm dumb.
Jace thinking he can't fit. My solution is run him over.
I could, honestly. It's just one dude, and it's not the leader.
I don't know if this first move, I'm not sure if that gets him far enough or not. Jace will give us a.
I'm just going to see if that gives me the range. Do antennas still count for spiders, or?
No, antennas. Well, they don't count for where you measure line of sight. So.
Okay, so then they don't measure for.
Yeah.
For that. Okay, so yeah, so there's no point in going there. Then, so we will go.
Show what Jace is trying to do right here. This would be a little bit of a better angle here. Do have a spider there sitting on one wound remaining, so it's showing one wound token, but is actually one wound left. There we go. And damage token on that particular one is 2 actions to move.
Yeah, these trees are gonna make it so tough because I can land there, but those trees are.
These guys are like orcs. They don't like anything green, anything living. Got to cut down every tree. All right, so both airspeeders nicely nestled together.
Got range. Don't have an aim on this one though.
Seems like a bit of an overkill, but yep, here comes the shot. Do you, Jace? Do you run over R2 getting in there?
I don't land on him.
Okay.
I can fit in between him
Okay.
and the airspeeder.
All right, so big shot here. Be 5. 5 crits because the impact. That is a 1 dead spider. I think that was inevitable with 2 airspeeder shots, but no damage to the balance of the spiders, which again, I think Anthony has to trade. And he does have both airspeeders now on the same side of the table. So there's a little bit of information there, but obviously those are quick and they can redeploy and move around. But now Anthony's going to have to make sure he's making that press, which I think he was anticipating the whole time anyway, given the fact that the airspeeders were probably going to be able to skirt and get something leading the way. So, but now let's see how aggressive Anthony wants to be with CAD here. So, can you point out where the token? Is there any tokens remaining on the table, or they're all?
What do you mean?
CAD tokens. Where did they start?
No. So the Kablamo was here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Because I set off the Kablamo with an airspeeder, which can't be hit by
Right.
one.
Yep. Gotcha. Yep. Okay, fair enough.
Yes, Travis, the land speeder's also mine. No, it's not. It's a trade piece.
It is.
Unfortunately. Me and Anthony were thinking I could use it, but if he gets into range 3, he can just blow it up. But I was like, I get all the weapons and 2 free games every turn.
Yeah, 2 airspeeders and a land speeder would be
I do have 2 standbys up.
a little bit of a gross scenario.
Mark 2 and the Mark 2.
Yep.
Mark 2's got a standby.
We should go to the big board there and take one of those spiders off. That was the laser spider, correct?
That was the laser.
Yeah. All right. So laser spider down.
I would have to very much overextend myself to get to the ion ones.
Yeah, we'll do a diesel dip on these air speeders to check for any performance enhancing substances within the fuel systems.
Sean, I took Hotshot Copilot. If you don't notice, that's a Wookiee. That's why they're so good. There's a Wookiee inside.
I mean, you'll never get the interior of those T-47s clean after a Wookiee's been inside there. So, yeah. All right, I like it. Anthony is opting to gusto this up. He's got. All right, so we're going to trigger a standby, potentially 2 standbys here. It is going to be heavy cover. Down to 2. CAD does have, I think, situational, so just dodge away those. Says no. Another Mark 2 going to go here. CAD's going to then trigger Uncanny Luck. That's going to be nothing. Take another suppression. So Anthony was very successful there and weeding out 2 standbys. and not taking a single damage. So a little unfortunate Jace wasn't able to pop through a little something, especially with critical on that gun. No gauntlets or anything on this. Oh, sorry, he does have gauntlets on this one.
He always takes gauntlets.
Oh, sorry, he does have gauntlets. No ascension cables is what I meant to say there. Gauntlets he does, and then the rest is defensive. So yeah, no ascension cables. So already opting to jump up, so he can't actually jump down. So he is going to have to skirt along the top there. There's Cad. All right, looks like I think he pointed the FD cannon.
FD cannon.
Yep, FD cannon does have one wound. Big shot coming in. For 2. So that's
Don't
a
say
little.
boy.
Oh my god, that FD cannon is insane. 7 for 8. 7 for 8 right now. Okay.
6 for 7.
6 for no,
Oh, no,
no,
yeah,
7 for
right,
8. Yeah, it's
right.
7 for
Like
8.
I took 2 wounds, but no,
Yep.
Pierce.
Does have Pierce on that, but Anthony should be not relying on Pierce to just get a single damage through. Yep. Not.
Actually, I should be alive on 1.
Anthony's just acting.
9 to kill me.
Anthony, you realize that's your superpower, though, right? As soon as you say call it, then everything switches around for Anthony every time that happens. So that is actually Anthony's superpower. Expect it, folks. Expect it. All right, and I think we have one. There we go. That is the last activation. All right, I'll let the guys sweep. We are 149 in the books, and I'll keep the timer running because players can do that, and we'll do a little chat. Want to shout out again to Todd. Came in with the round 1 donation. Thank you very much, Todd, for that. Appreciate that greatly. Obviously, as you guys are watching, the dice are not. Well, I guess it depends. They are going someone's way. It's Jace's, and particularly on the defensive rolls. The attack rolls were pretty much as anticipated with the LTAs and extra aims. Spiders, like I said, the laser went down to the 2 T-47s. I think that is a trade-off every single time. But Anthony is both in position and potentially has pretty offensive, good dice potential with a number of aims. He got Kalani in position to help out. Bosk is on his perch and again can also do some damage. And Cad is kind of in Jace's face, so overcommitting offensively downfield may hurt because Cad can get in there and start burying himself and picking up units. So I think Anthony getting through both of those standbys and being on the upper portions actually an okay spot to be. He also cannot just be buried with troops and sort of mitigated that way. So be interesting to see how much damage Anthony can do with Cad. Cad, I think at this point is going to be a wrecking ball, picking up points where and when able. If he can stay alive, great. If he gets picked on, it's going to take a little bit because he is a pretty defensive Cad. Spiders may be able to answer back and get a T-47. That is 143 points, which obviously would trade back with the Spider nicely at 73. So there's lots of potential to get points back here, I think. And like I said, if Jace sends something too far forward offensively, loses points, and then he ends up chasing, he's going to have to figure out if he wants to press at all with the vets, because otherwise he's pretty stationary with the bulk of his guns. So time will tell, and the turns will tell what's happening there. So players are going to do their thing. I'll remind you guys again, if you want to find us on the social medias, we are on the Facebook, we are on the Patreon, Twitter, and Instagram as well. There's all the places to find us there. Previous discussion, and I'm kind of giving more of a think about it around the token designs. I think maybe what we'll end up doing it again, we can order as we see fit, but probably come out with a single run, the single token color, and then we'll see how they look, what people want to do in placing the orders. Like I said, I'll settle out on what the price is going to be. It's obviously going to be dictated by the company. Order quantities, all that stuff does determine the price. We'll set that out. If people want to do kind of a flip, we can do a light side, dark side sort of motif on these. I think everything else stays the same. I think that's an option for sure. And we can kind of invert the colors or maybe go a little bit more white and a little less red or something like that. Food for thought, but as right now, that's been submitted. and we are just awaiting the designs, and we'll get a set printed for me in studio to show off to you guys. So stay tuned for that. We are about to go into turn two. I'm just going to see if the players got their cards. But before we go into turn two, I do want to thank a couple of the sponsors, Gamers Grass, for helping out. They helped me a lot in the studio projects. I do have, I just placed an order for nearly 50 packs of Tough actually this week. So that is, thank you, coming in and on its way. It's already shipped. Additionally, we want to thank Legion Terrain .com. While their stuff is not featured on the table tonight, we do feature their designs quite often. They have supplied us with a few tables as well as a number of Rex. The ones we have are all painted, so if you want to take the easy route, and I would say easy route in a great way, go check out legionterrain.com. You guys can see what they have, both painted and unpainted variants. They're there. Anthony, are you switching, or are you giving? Is that the card you're going to go with? Okay, okay. Jace is still undecided, trying to find his card, and I'm going to hit the turn two. Perfect. There we go. All right. Players are ready for command cards. Here we go. 144 on the clock. We have Hold at Any Cost being played by Jace, and I'm in Control being played by Anthony here. So we do have Cad Bane in one unit at the start of Cad Bane's activation. Sorry, at the end, start and end, I should say. He may transfer any number of suppression tokens to any number of troops at range 1 to 2, and each trooper unit that gains one suppression token in this way also gains one immobilized token. So watch out, FD cannons. Hold at Any Cost being played by Jace here. It's 3 core units, Echo-based defenders, not to be confused with the Blizzard Force, which I wrote in the description, of which I'll fix. Each friendly core trooper, or core unit, I should say, gains 1 aim token, and each friendly emplacement trooper unit gains 1 standby token. So obviously a play around all the things that Cat is about to do, but Jace opting for a number of aim tokens and standbys here. So this should be interesting. I'm looking forward to the turn. So, all right, let me mitigate these and make them all into small variants here. So we have that, Hold at Any Cost. There we go. We'll jump back to the overhead, and it is going to be turn two. So let me update that real quick. Can you guys give me the VAP tap situation? 0-0. All right, that's the VAP tap situation. That report's been brought to you by Jace's Gummies. All right. All right, what do we got? What do we got going on here? Anthony is first up. There we go. Not to be confused with the Anthony joining us in chat. Anthony just completing a game, or maybe they're still going. I'm not sure, but was playing a game earlier. Anthony also in my pod, and Anthony, who I'm also going to be playing a game against this weekend. So looking forward to all things related to Anthony. All right. Yeah, it could be. It could be let the body sit the floor around for sure. So I think that probably could have had higher potential if the B1s were closer. But I think Jace is just concerned with one body hitting the floor, that being the blue faced Cad Bane. So. All right. So boom, boom. Get rid of standbys. So nice play there. That is something I've talked a lot about. The demoralize working in exactly the same fashion to get around this card here. So Anthony, what he's doing there, folks, if you're not familiar, is transferring suppression tokens here onto units to then strip the standbys off them. Jace, is there any, was it standby on the Mark II veteran? Sorry, Mark II, and the two FDs. Okay, roger that.
There's because only all emplacements get it.
Yeah.
So 4 emplacements, and then all the core, which is the 2 Mark IIs,
yep.
and all 3 vets get it.
All right. So the FDs have stripped there. So we still have both standby and fire support. I'm not sure. Is that a Mark II core token out, or is that on a veteran?
This is on a, so we got veteran, this Mark
II. Okay, got it. So the FDs do not have tokens.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do. Oh, yeah, there they are. So okay, I can see. Oh, roger that. Okay, Cool, cool. All right. Core, and then the two coordinates onto the FD. I'm tracking now. By the way, if you did not figure out, Anthony has activated CAD Bane here, so it's an operative activation. So, all right, so jumping out of arc here, or moving out of arc, I should say, and gonna go into R2. I'll go to the action cam shot here just to let you guys know. Oh, sorry, that's not the action cam. There's the action cam. So you cannot quite see him. Let me go close sky. There we go. So CAD just shooting down at R2 here. Yeah, that should be fun, Striker. Well, best of luck at the Michigan GT. We're rooting you on. All right, so it looks like CAD's going to take the shot at R2 here. Oh, unfortunate. It does get two. We'll have Pierce on this. No, it does take two, but is going to take a suppression token there. Anthony does have potential to grab. I guess he transferred already. Both. Yep. All right, and he's going to base the FD cannon here. Good move because he cannot withdraw. I was going to be cheeky, Travis, and tell you it's in Michigan, but specifically he's wondering where in Michigan, so you foiled my plan. All right, so barrage being tapped here, going into the top spider. I believe that spider has three wounds on that one. And does Natty out a crit? Heavy cover, then impacts two. Yep. Four after the armor. Does have three left on that one. Big roll by Anthony here. Not. Yeah. Average dice there would have just saved it, but yeah, Anthony is not. Yeah. Yeah. Is that three spot? That's the from the spider, right? That okay, yep. Just so I don't get confused on Bosk or something. No, no. Uh, you should let Jace re-roll roll your regens tonight. Yeah, that's all right. Let me go in and grab that ion boop. There we go. Nice. All these events happening. I gotta get to. I gotta get to some events here. Too busy streaming games here for you guys. All right, so Anthony is going to opt to go with the support, which will be the form of the spider. Looks just shy of range 4 there for that spider. Current position anyway. Does have an order token, so it's not going to be AI'd. Has a name token from LTA.
by putting him right up against it.
Because I wasn't up against it, I was back here, right?
Yes, and then you put him there. So basically, like, no, I didn't put your spider. You put the spider down. Basically, the reason why you don't ever want to put it like that is because to go over its base, it has to go over that. So you want to have it there, so that now you can get your move.
Yeah, I think you could have done that. So.
Oh, easily could if you just pushed it too far forward. So by having it there,
All right. So Anthony.
you're unhindered.
I'm a climbing vehicle.
Climbing vehicle doesn't mean you're unhindered. Only scale does.
I thought climbing vehicle means you can go through.
Climbing vehicle means you can climb
Without the effects of damage. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're a nudge away from
you're a nudge away
from range.
Not that he's going to live through much of that.
Which FD? No, he went.
Yep. All good.
Yeah, he killed the spider up there. He killed his friend.
All right. So Anthony moving forward.
Yeah, which one would you like? Both are in heavy because of the forest and native cover one.
Anthony looking to sneak an eye on here just to try to slow down these FDs. All right, they're going to back. Move that over. Going to go to back airspeeder, I believe was the point. Opens up with that. He's got rerolls on 3. All right, nice. Converts to 5, which will go down to 3. I mean. Yep.
It's just 2 on the.
Yep. All right, so 3 saves coming up. 3 saves. No, he's taking an ion. Well, R2 has got to potentially, might want to save some heals for himself too. Who knows? But that will be back airspeeder taking 2 damage there and an ion token.
I'm okay with that. And he is done.
That's the current situation there. All right, Jace looks like he's going to fish. Here we are, round 2, hour 33 left on the clock. Nobody's bothering about evaporators.
I'm going to go with my non-suppressed.
All right, non-suppressed core unit. And right on cue. All right on cue. There we go. So we have a VAP tap there for Rebels. Take the lead. 1-0. 1-0.
The one you didn't. Yes, the one you didn't shoot. Yeah, because I was like, the other one had it for shoot.
All right. So Anthony, that spider already went. All right. So options now. All right, VAP tap there, so 1-1. Seeing some movement here on the score here. Is that wound going to be a tap?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then Anthony's going to start moving up through here. And I believe that is a naked squad there. That'd be 1-2 mini bodies if it's naked squad. There we go. All right, there we go. So naked squad moving up through the middle. Scoreboard will go away. Having a look at Anthony's end there. I'll show you what that looks like. That's Anthony squeezing through the gauntlet there. All right, core pull for Jace. There you go. Thank you. Swap over to Jace's side, see what he's up to. All right. right, so that is an ion heal there.
So heal off the ion, hit the back.
All right, and that'll be another tap for Jace. We'll drop that in there.
I'm using these for my victory points. So
Any other action there, Jace?
is pardon?
Any other action?
Oh yeah, I do get another action, I guess. They'll grab dodge.
All right, so dodge token back there as well.
They gotta do more stuff back there still. So.
All right, over to Anthony. All right, so got a core pull here for Anthony, or going with the core, I should say, at least. Is that just a flip, Anthony? Was that just a flip, or?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
just a
Okay.
what are you looking for? The suppressed guys.
All right, so Anthony does have the E5S unit to go. Looks like that's exactly what it's going to do. Just leapfrog that naked squad, position E5S at range 4, and get a shot off on the currently suppressed veterans, I believe was the intended target there.
Yes. The one that's lost two already and still has a suppression.
All right, so 2-man veteran squad. Sorry, they have a comms tech as well?
Yep.
Okay, so a 3-man veteran squad?
Yeah, all my vets are 5-man because the 2 of the comms and 1's got the repair.
Yep.
Okay. Just a shot. Yep, just a long range boy. Red white.
All right. Oh, I wanted to be another crit, but
So got to make a save because I can't dodge that.
he does not. All right, so does lose another veteran there. Takes a second suppression.
2 left.
2 veterans left. So again, stacking up. There's point potential there. So just moving over to the list real quick here. So Anthony's obviously down two spiders right now. So Jace pulled a heavy there. So Anthony is down 146 points. Yeah, I got that, Jace. Thank you. 146 points. So that is just a little bit more than an airspeeder. So if Anthony can chip away at an airspeeder, if he's able to chip away, the veterans are 67. So one basically trades back near to the points of the spider. So Anthony's definitely fighting uphill right now, but he's got potential to get points with Cad buried in deep and still boss to go here. And potentially supported with some Kalani buffs. So we'll see what happens. All right, so Jace has pulled an airspeeder here.
I'm going to go with the non-injured one.
All right, non-injured airspeeder. So that will be the I'm not sure how to describe that. The closer to Anthony one, I guess. So. Neither's ionized right now, which is kind of nice. There's no LTA trigger off. Yes, and not ionized. Yeah. These guys, geez, you guys do your job. I'll do mine over here. So no LTA triggers on here. So, and that just so you guys are aware, there's a few extra sort of repair bots jumping around on the table. They are not next to Jace's unit. So the only repair bot is not even in this shot. So if you guys see a few repair bots, they're just more aesthetics, just making it look like they got a little bit more action on the table. So. Let us know your predictions in chat. I'm not sure if too many people called it, but still lots of game to be played here, and we're not too deep. A couple of spiders down, yeah, that's a thing. But characters still alive and healthy. So let us know who you guys, who do you think's got it, or who at least are you rooting for at this point. So. All right, so jumping there, then doing a short move there, getting some height there. B1s do not love T47s. Bosk may also not love a T47. We'll see. So, again, this is the non-injured one here. So,
no aims this time though.
Anthony, did you put the? Oh no, you issued Cat, so he didn't get the independence. So,
No.
yeah. Okay, so this I believe is into Bosk here.
This is into Bosk. I don't have an aim, but there's no cover.
Okay, no aim, no cover. Okay, 4. That's about average on
Yeah.
that shot there. So
On an unaimed one.
unaimed. That is, he's going to take. Yeah. That,
Suppression because you're enraged.
I don't think he can get that shot off, Travis. So I don't think he opted for the power harpoon there.
Yeah.
Silly Jace, he went for the main gun.
Silly me, I didn't
Just
say
does it every
anything.
does falls for that trick every time.
I would
So
totally harpoon Cad, but he's in melee.
yeah, he is in melee. So
Okay. So Anthony's hit
all right,
for
Anthony's
second time.
yeah, Anthony's yeah. So
Yes.
Anthony's
Yeah. So you're at 2 total, and I should be at 2 as well.
all
We
right.
both hit each bow.
Yep, we got 2-2. There we go.
2 twos.
Yeah, he is. He's tied up in melee there. So yeah, no power
Yeah,
harpoon
and
shot.
with the FD, which kind of sucks because I lose the shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I think it's a good play by Anthony there. So yeah, takes away the FD cannon shot, keeps Cad safe. He's on top of a building, which is nice. So yeah, skirting around. Jace goes back to back pulls on the heavies there.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Well, unfortunate to have the double back to back heavy pull there. So before Anthony could either pull Cad and or Kalani though. So
I don't think the compulsory gives me range.
looks like he's shy there.
Yeah, that is.
So Jace will have to take.
Do you mind just moving me just to the very edge of where I need to be?
That's awesome.
Perfect.
We'll have to get a
Move to there.
be able to share that, Jake.
Heavy down to light because I've got hot shots.
Yeah. Your suppression token on Bosk.
No, he's enraged
Oh, he's enraged now. That's right. Never mind. Yep.
for all 6.
Okay, Anthony.
Of course, there's only 2 hits. The other 4 are crits, so the 2 hits go away.
Yep.
4.
4.
Yes, 5. Sorry, because you only get light.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, because the heavy goes away. Bosk. No, Bosk toasts. Yeah, the back to back heavy pull was.
That was nice.
That was yeah.
Well, I had one face up.
Yeah.
So there was only one in there with everything else. But I was lucky to pull it last.
Yeah.
If I pulled it earlier, I was probably just going to circle the back and stay out of it. Airspeeders are so good.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah.
I can't actually move. I couldn't move to shoot them. I was stuck behind walls.
I was surprised you took that side.
Me too.
Well, because on that side I didn't really have as we hide from them.
I thought Cad might have some real deep spots to go.
Cad's my only chance.
Yeah, well, Cad's in the muck. He'll at least he'll go down swinging for sure.
Probably getting taken.
All right, so yeah, that guy's gone.
I love how that's Sean's token, dude. You just threw it the whole time. I thought you took it out of there. No. Oh, those are yours. Okay. I thought you saw you taking them out of there. Those were magic chucking the Sean's.
Man, the quality of those tokens.
This is a durability test.
Yeah, exactly. That was a durability tester. So,
Tap and move.
all right. So Anthony gonna finish off that VAP. Actually takes the VAP lead, so that's good. And I will just point this out. There's still bounty on the table.
That is true.
You can lose all the points. Yep, but bounty is still an available option here. So.
Okay, so what do I have? So I've got a face up there, face up, and I've got in bag, and a mark in bag.
All right.
I'll pull. I pulled a mark 2, which means it's going to either do nothing or.
Cad does in fact have gauntlets. Yes, he does. So I think Jace pulled a Mark II there.
I did. I pulled the one that doesn't have face up.
Yeah, Bosco. What he made one? Oh, he didn't
He
make
made
any.
one on the last one.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think.
He
Yeah,
made one out of five,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you only had three wounds left.
yeah,
Zero out of four,
yep.
and then one out of five.
Or even just getting a regen potential in between there. Like, I mean, you could have literally shot and put him behind that wall, and he would have been gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, it was.
exactly.
It was. It was more a pull.
He
A
was
pull.
racing against the clock. It's just
really bad luck against really good luck today.
Yeah. Yep. That I
I've
would
had that
agree.
happen a couple times
I would agree.
recently. Like the mall surviving.
That thing
I,
rolling.
I,
Yes, that was insane.
I had pretty insane dice last week on the fight, so it does sometimes happen.
This Mark 2 will move.
All right, we got a Mark II scooting forward there.
Loses its standby. Will then retake said standby.
No, I agreed. Yeah, yeah. Chronic Canuck. It's that the dice were the dice, but the two heavies back to back were
Yeah, to make it worse, Chronic Canuck, it was 8 out of 9.
yeah. Yep. Not good.
You should be rolling 3 saves there, which means you live on one wound. You
Well,
statistically should be living on one wound.
but even if you pull Kalani there, right, to strategize and get the dodge token on him, so
it would have reduced the shot by 1.
Yeah.
Because I had the 1 hit.
Yeah.
The rest were all crits.
I mean, and Anthony has the potential to roll surge tokens there on the defense to make his defense even stronger. Didn't do any of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's basically counting him as white surging. So
Yeah.
it should take between 10 to 12 hits to kill him if he doesn't get a dodge.
Yep.
Or a regen.
All right. Kalani there going to do some strategizing on some B1s by the looks of it. And then going to scoot forward. All right. That's Kalani. So Jason's got a lot of tokens left, but he doesn't really have a lot of things to do with them. So yeah, so we got an R2 heal here. And then we got the R2 scoot around the corner potentially. All right, up to the corner.
They could get a shot into him first and take him with them. Okay. Went. You should only have 1 left
All right, so that'll actually conclude Anthony's VAPs. Anthony will be done. Raced out to the VAP lead here. There is always messing with the VAP potential as well with CAD. So and then pressuring the VAP. Anthony has nothing to lose with any points here, so can actually throw his entire army into Jace, which is, hey, never underestimate a B1, Anthony. Never do that again.
I'll pull my commander. He's the last thing in my bag.
All right, so we got Officer Tim here at the back.
I'll inspire off the vets. That's only courage 1 still, which is
Yeah.
he'll do that.
All right, so an inspirational message from Tim gets those veterans going, the 2 veterans that are left.
I don't know. He'll just stand back here because giving a dodge is going to go away because you have more shots this turn. I will go with this vet unit that needs to make this rally. Oh, that was so close. They're just going to move up to touch the back. It's like you played this game before. I'll go with my big boy. Rally first. Doesn't care. Aim punch.
All right, little aim punch here by the FD cannon.
Spends the first aim. Okay, that's 2. There's your blocks, Anthony.
There we go.
There you go.
I made a couple saves.
On CAD against an FD CAD.
There you go. I went and fixed the title while I had that little lull in the action there, so should read correctly.
I knew I wasn't going to get used to standbys on this card. I just wanted to get it out before I was missing a bunch of core because they were kind of bleeding. And it has to issue core.
All right. So looks like we're gonna
And then this one will move.
Get-
And then that's really it because now it'll go away.
get rid of the standby. Goes away.
Yeah, and that's sweeping.
All right, they're sweeping. All right, I'm jumping back in the booth here. All right, so turn 2 in the books. Yep, roger that. Thank you. Anthony's got his card. Players got an hour 14 left on the clock. Just having a look at the scoreboard here. We are going into turn 3. So starting turn 3. Anthony is currently leading 4-2 on the VAPs. We're having a look at the activation count. Anthony is down an Ion Spider, a Laser Spider, and a Bosk. Jace is not down any. He has a veteran squad sitting at 2. He's got an FD cannon with 2 wounds. He's got an airspeeder with 2 wounds. R2 had 2 and has already used a heal, as well as an additional heal bot used to remove the ion that was achieved previous. Airspeeders? Is it 7 break at 4 or 7 break at 5, I believe?
7 break at 5.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're sitting at right now. Stryker says his family motto is don't mess it up. So I'm not sure if that's advice or just a general comment, but yeah, that's happening right now. So I'll share that wisdom with the players. So shout out again to Todd coming in with a little donation here for Friday Night Fights. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. As I said, that's going to go towards our paint stripper because Anthony's no longer using painted models ever again. They're bad luck. That's kind of how we settled that out. So. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. We got 24 plus people still hanging in here. So let us know if it's your first time or where you're checking in from if you haven't checked in already. I will be moving this table out tomorrow because, like I said, I'm going to be getting the glass into the Friday Night Fights wall there. While I'm waiting on players to grab this real quick, and Jason's going to give you that. Yeah, thank you. I will just have a look at that. All right, perfect. Got that. I do want to say, I know we shouted out in the last round, but I got a little goodie package here from Gamers Grass. They sent me in just a bunch of tufts. A bunch of the new plants as well as some of the basing bits. So this is a really cool one. It's not Star Wars related, but they do have these real cool resin bits. So tires, barrels, little doors, little barricades. It's going to be fun stuff that we can paint up and use on the tables, as well as they sent me the 5 newest versions of their laser cut plants. So if you haven't seen these, I'm going to be doing a review on these. They didn't send me to do a review, but I will do a review on these because they have a really wide range on these now, and I'm going to be using them on the Lord of the Rings project. So you guys should check them out. They're really, really cool. They're pre-painted laser cut plants that you just fold up. They kind of give you little instructions here on the back, and they are really unique design. So very good quality, and I think you'll enjoy them. I am going to be using a number on my bases for the Rebel Army as well, and that's where I'll actually be doing the review as an actual usage item. So, all right, players are ready. I'm going to hit the start on the clock there. Hour 13. Boom. There we go. And let's jump into turn 3. Just before we do, though, quick shout out to our friend, the wizard, Michael from tellmetheodds.net. He's got a really cool tool if you want to check that out. I'm not going to send Anthony there because he doesn't need the tool to figure out that his dice haven't been average, and Jace doesn't need the tool to figure out his saves haven't been average either. But if you want to figure out how if your dice yeah, if you want to figure out if your dice have ever been average or Friday Night Fights average, you can go check out tellmetheodds.net. All right, let's jump into not that one, this one right here. All right, here we go. So Anthony and Jace. Jace is playing Turning the Tide, and Anthony is playing Mechanized Incursion. So Anthony going to grab the pip advantage here, take priority, and is going to make sure that he gets full usage of that spider before. Jace is going for a little inspirational message in the form of the Wookiee Hotshot T-47 airspeeders. All right, let me shrink those cards down to size. And I just avoided a very massive sneeze into the microphone, so my apologies there for the brief silence. Let's jump over to the table. You can see the issues out here. One great thing here is Anthony has probably managed to maintain control for the rest of the game. All right, so we have a recover shot coming in here. We do have LTA triggered on this Ion Spider, so it will have an aim token no matter what. I assume he's going into the wounded airspeeder here. It does have a reroll on this and not able to convert anything there, but does get 2. And if Jace eats one of these, he will eat an Ion. He does take the Ion there. He potentially has R2, but I think R2 would have to move to get range, and his heal bot at the back is probably out of range. So that Ion might stick this round. Chronic Canuck, absolutely thumbs up for Gamers Grass. Great company. Go check them out. So reasonable on the price and fast shipping. Like I said, I just ordered 48 packs of Tufts, like actually as a customer ordering 48. I don't know why I have so many, but I wanted to order them for a specific project. So I will do a nice unboxing for when I get all those goodies in the studio. So when you guys want to know what I'm doing with them, go check out the Patreon. You guys can see the Shire build that's upcoming. So first video will be dropping this week. It'll be a little bit of a preview build as well. Preview of the build, I should say. So, yep. No, absolutely. Yeah, I like. There's a lot of companies that make Tufts, and I don't mean to artificially steer you only towards them, but they're the company that I use. I've used them for like a lot of years now. They're good. They're good to me, but I think they'll be good to you in terms of products. So, like I said, I don't steer you guys towards anything I usually don't use with great reliability. So, and I should say I don't steer you towards anything that I don't use. So, all right, a little jump back there, veteran, over to Anthony again. All right, so Jace has now finished up the front VAP. Let me just go adjust that. Should be sitting on 3 here for the Rebskis. There we go. All right, we got more people adding in here. So crowd's been great tonight. So thanks for joining in, folks. Got about an hour, 9 minutes left on this one. We are at turn 3. Anthony is down a few acts, so is fighting from behind right now. But that means he gets to throw caution to the wind and bring up the almighty B1s. Never underestimate a Z6 in the form of 6 robots. All right, that looks like he went with the Kalani there with the strategize on both. I'm not sure. Did you go E5S unit, Anthony, or no? Okay, E5S and I think the naked squad there by the looks of it, or maybe not the naked, maybe the PK. PK? Okay, so PK and the E5S unit there getting the aim dodge off strategize. All right, so we got a core pull here from Jace. Go give you guys a little end here, a little close examination there. All right, so VAP's being done just off camera here at the very, very back. It's on the most extreme edge, so we'll jump over here. The Red Bulls will go to 4. That'll even us up at 4-4. So now it's anybody's game in terms of freebie points. I don't think Secret Mission is going to be cashed in here. We do still have bounty potential in the form of Bosk. In the form of CAD. Bosk was claimed, so he is not a threat for bounty. However, CAD is deeply buried in rebel lines and is currently engaged with an FD cannon. So there is and not many ways to get to him in his current position. So Anthony might have a late game play there. So Jace is not can't just sit back here and rest at this point. So all right, this is one of the 3 naked B1 squads here moving up. Looks like a double move here, trying to get into position, maybe come around that corner, lend some guns here, maybe turn 4 through 6. Anthony can cover some serious ground here with these B1s, and I think we'll still have lots of rounds to even get up and threaten that forward position VAP there. So Jace's VAPs are way. Let me see if I can give you. Let me drop the the border here, Travis, see if this helps you out. So right there on the backside, there, Jace is pointing that one out, and his forward VAP, Jace, right there underneath his Apple Watch. Not sponsored by Apple, but would love to be. Um, Apple Watches for all the Friday night fight folks. So yeah, so that's the VAPs. Anthony's VAPs are right, basically right where his head is, just in front of his glasses there, and then his back one is right where that token's being picked up at the backside there.
Cool.
All right, what's Jace got here? His camera seems quite stable. I was a little worried if that was going to stay kind of sharp, and I was worried about kind of focusing in and out. But it looks like it's giving us a really crisp image, at least on my end. So hopefully, it's translating well on the YouTubes of the world. So of maybe a snow table for you for the next couple of weeks. I decided I'm going to do a table a couple weeks in a row. Just it's a little less on the logistics and lets us kind of get sort of multiple use, multiple angles, a few different looks for tables. So I was, as I said, pressed for time all week here. So I did get everything up and running, and I did switch this around, but I did not switch the whole table just because I have to remove a few mounts when I do that. So all right, that is an FD cannon with a barrage generator tapped there. Coming in. I not sure what the intended target there was. What's the shot coming into? What's the cover situation? No cover?
I've got 4 past the trees.
Oh.
And 2 suppression because it's suppressive, but you don't care.
Oh, that was the FD shot
Yeah,
there.
that was the
Oh,
FD.
okay. I was gonna say, geez, how do you have range? But that was the FD, not a Mark II. I thought you were measuring from the Mark II. Yeah, that FD probably did have the angle. I was thinking the Mark II was taking the shot there, so I didn't fully understand, but that was an FD, and yeah, doing FD things. So Anthony probably runs that guy the other way. Yeah,
Through the building.
through the building to the other side. This guy's like, I got the back locked down. You will never see me again. That guy is AI hide for the rest of the game. Yep. Yep.
I'm going to go with my other FD. It is going to aim and standby.
Aim and standby.
Here we go.
All right, so that was an FD there. Just in case you guys didn't catch that, it's going to be standby. It is 2 wounds. It is currently engaged by Cat. I guess not engaging Cat, but is engaged by Cat. AI dance. Yeah, he could be dance. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's.
AI
Not
dance.
I'm not sure
Nice.
if he's a dance bot or not, but
He's a disco ball.
he could be. He could be. If he was dancing, he'd be dancing to this. All right, Anthony gonna find range 3 here. This is the.
Neither of the marks. Neither of the marks. This full 5-man also has not gone.
All right, I think
I've
this
only
is
gone with both
the
FDs and the
naked
13
squad
with the
that
other 2.
moved up before. Excuse me. Oh, I hope Anthony's about to do what I love to do with my B1s.
That's a commander that you picked up there. Oh, he's with the other squad standing there. Gotcha.
Should have one more guy there. There we go. All right, so Anthony tucking around the corner here. Yeah, that's exactly right, Travis. Yes, I just can't say it aloud. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking here. Wasn't meant to be on that roll, but hey, just keep rolling them. It'll do its job eventually. Got an operative pull here. That's 143 points there. You know, sitting not quite half dead, but and it could be healed up here at this point. Yep. So that is all for R2 heals though.
I'll heal one and the.
All right, so 1 and 1, so it'll go down to 2 wounds and keep the get rid of the ion token there. But that is R2 out of heals. So
Yes.
and R2 does have a bounty token on him currently. I mean, that is solid advice. That is solid advice, Striker. But when you don't roll crits, you can then default immediately to your family motto, which is "Don't mess it up." So it's just you know, both phrases play here. So all right, Anthony does still have, I think, by my count, 2 units, 1 a PK and 1 an E5S core.
Yeah, 2 core and CAD.
And then CAD obviously buried up at the other end here.
Both air speeders, 3 core, and my commander left. Because that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've gone with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with my 11.
Yeah, so I think Jace has
I've got both air speeders.
Forward facing veteran here.
Yeah, I've got this vet unit.
Yep.
Both Mark 2s, both air speeders, and my officer left.
Officer Tim at the back. Mark II forward vets and 2 air speeders.
All is heals.
Yeah, all heals used off R2. R2 or R5 unit at the back has used 1. So Jace does still have 1. Anthony's used 1 PK, I think, at this point. Heal. Little shot there from veterans. The veterans angle. Little shot here from the B1 horde.
Yes, these 2 guys right there, and then that's an officer that is not going. Okay.
All right, so we do have a CAD activation here. Electro Gauntlet Punch, the FD cannon. Suppressive attack, I believe this is. All right, does hit him for 4. Standby goes away. And wow.
That thing is like
Unkillable.
We'll take
So up to 3 wounds. It's half dead now, Anthony. Okay, it's half dead.
half dead and made 10 saves in the game. So
Well, because you can move. Right.
the mobile gun is immobilized.
That will. Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
Good thing you mobilized that, Anthony.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I know.
Well, yeah, but if I go with it before you go with CAD next, then you have to hit me again to get out. Because those go away at the end of my next activation. So if I go with it before CAD goes, you have to hit me again to get out, or else it's a withdrawal. So it's a race to see who gets to go first there.
You haven't been winning those either, Anthony.
No, he has, actually. He's been winning priority on command cards.
Oh, I mean, getting the tokens that he wants when he wants. That's not worked out.
So what do you got left? You got 2v1. 2v1.
Yeah.
The gun one and then PK1.
Yeah, so 2 there. So Jace got all kinds of activations left here. So can an immobilize unit pivot? Good question.
We will aim and shoot.
That's a good question because it's already a fixed play, fixed unit that can't move, that can pivot. I don't know if immobilize shuts down pivot. I don't because he already can.
It's not a standard.
Yeah, it's not a standard. Yeah, I think he can pivot.
And I will spend the aim. Come on. Heavy cover, so one. Into these guys? Yes, into those guys.
All right.
They're the only ones I got in range.
All right. B1 save. B1 save. There we go. Takes a suppression, makes a save.
World is even again. Quick question. Do you have 4 dodge tokens off aim? I have 2. Okay, because there's 2 more back here. I don't know what. Probably from the last turn. Probably. I was just wondering. It's a lot of dodge tokens.
Sean Death says that the FD cannons. Yeah.
Defense roll.
Hey, but you know what? I would say this though. Jace is making up for the lack or basically the selling off of the tauntauns that people immediately started to sell on eBay after he ran those into Anthony's guns last time. So
see the walls. That was this Mark II. So I've got the other one and the vest.
Yep. See, Striker's tracking right there. Yeah. See, Jace is now, but what he's doing is he's making a good play. He's making a push for selling the battle forces, right? So that's what we're doing. And then as soon as people pick up the battle forces, we'll stop playing this army entirely, shift over to something else, and just start stomping this list into the ground. So that's pretty much how FNF goes. We'll bring something, make it look good, and then quickly figure out a way to make that look real bad real fast. Like spiders are good till just this moment. This is the E5S. I believe he got to range 3 there. Which unit did he get to range 3 of, Chase?
He's going into the vets.
Okay.
The full one.
The full vet. Okay, full vet with a dodge.
Full vet with a dodge because they were actually doing.
And light cover. Heavy cover. Heavy cover. Yeah.
2 in it, 1 behind.
All right. Does have an aim on this. I believe has an aim and a dodge from the strategize. All right. So 6 white, 7 white, and a red.
One of these strategizes was on them, right?
I believe it's a 7 white and a red. Here we go. Anthony, big roll.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. There you go. With an aim. Yep.
4 after heavy cover.
Okay, 4 after cover there. Spend a dodge. Goes down to 3. Takes out 3 vets. Nice shot. Nice shot.
My vets don't save, just the Mark IIs.
There's an FD cannon that maybe has made a save or 2 as well. Yeah. Hey, it wouldn't be a FNF if we weren't complaining about something. So. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Jake says it can't pivot based on what the form ruling is. So what do we know?
Interesting. When it was under FFG, it could. So that's a new atomic mass.
Yep, must be. Yep. Jay's pointing out that it used to be able to under FFG ruling, but if there's been a clarification, all good, all good. I mean, fundamentally, I guess if it has, immobilized tokens, maybe it can't. Maybe it shouldn't do a move of any kind. So. Yeah, the old Bernard with the slow burn there, like unpainted bases. We have to tolerate Bernard Bernard's quips because he's a big fan and supporter of our show for sure, and we appreciate the hard time that he gives us because it just motivates us more. Every time Bernard complains about paint, I crack the whip on Jace to get more painting done. So there's that. There's a trickle down effect. So Jace is currently working on some swoop bikes and getting us all painted objectives and barricades so we can really spice the tables up. So. All right. Last B1 unit is a PK unit here. I don't think there's really anything to heal at this point. So
you heal this guy.
Yeah, I don't think he needs a dance partner back there. So he's AI dance according to Striker, but he's going to be dancing alone. I'm sure there's a song. I'm sure there's a song somewhere in there.
If it is a speed zero with an immobilizer, can't perform any. So literally only the FD cannot pivot.
Bernard, if we had painted bases and stylized bases, we would miss your nitpicking. So it's at this point, it's almost a catalyst for great comments. And who would give us the thumb down to start every show? All right, so Anthony sliding up the PK droid. Looks like he's going to that same veteran, that heavy cover no dodge veteran now. Oh, unable to do anything there. Does have a dodge though. Oh, nice. Does spike one over. Yep. All right. So down to down to one there, Jace. All right.
Okay. So what do I have? I've got both airspeeders, commander, and a Mark II. So
All right. So a lot of death and destruction about to transpire here.
and then we will.
All those B1s should be looking at light cover, and I think both those units do have a dodge. So it'll be a dodge light cover shot coming in hot here. That will be 2.
Yeah, so that's 2 crits, 2 hits.
Yeah, so 1 for light cover. Uh, he's gonna probably spend the dodge there. So light cover dodge. No. Yeah, 2 crits. Yep. 2 out of the heavy weapon squad, so they're down to 5. Feeling pretty good about that though. Awesome. We are down to 49 minutes. 49 minutes. But players are wrapping turn 3 here rapidly, so it's all good. It's all good. Call me captain. It's all good. It's all good. We can catch you up. I'll jump over the lists here as you're just catching up here now. Let me pop that up there so you don't miss any dice rolls. There's the lists. Anthony and Jace both playing 11 activations. CIS versus Rebels. Double Bounty versus Double Speeder. Obviously, a couple doubles in there. We got double FD, double Mark II, triple Veteran. I think this is the Spider here. Yeah, 4 crits coming in. 5 crits coming into the Spider there because he has Hot Shot. No, so 5 coming into the Spider here. Here's Anthony's chance to go FD on this. Nice. There's your FD. Yep. Yep. That'll be 2 wounds there. And now the FD, now the airspeeder is going to make a little bit of a roll forward. It is echo base, yeah. And this is one of our new camera angles tonight. We're testing out there as well, so I thought I'd throw that up there since you probably missed me talking about that. But it is in fact echo base. All right. Both players choosing to complain about trees, but I'll just point out how limited the actual footprint of these trees are, and yet they constantly seem to be moved. Like the other, I don't know, 17 and a half square feet of open space or flat space isn't good enough for these guys. So, yeah. The complaints. Wow. Just got his speeder license last night, clearly. So. All right, so aim shot coming into the. Is this a double aim shot? Yes. All right, like he needs it. All right. So 5, he's just going to spend the aim on the last one, see what he can do. Nope. So will be. Yeah. So will be 5. Can Anthony spike this out again? Oh, just enough to take it down. All right, I'll go to the activation board and say goodnight to the spiders. Blink. All right. Well, Cat, it is all you. All you. All right, so think players are going to sweep. I'm going to jump back into the booth. Let me just do a little update on the scoreboard. Players at 46 minutes, turn 4. If I can drop any more Gamers Grass Tufts, I'll be doing good. There we go. Awesome. Yes, so we are, looking at probably a CAD show. So CAD is going to take on the Army, and and the B1s are going to just arrive just in time to figure out that there's not much to do other than support CAD. So we do have that. Jace is going to hand me a command card. Everybody's all decked out in gear tonight, by the way, too. So, perfect. Yep. I love the name of the Echo-based Defenders command cards because I feel like they're so fitting for what's happening in the game. So, Anthony's got a card yet or no? All right. I'm Anthony playing the I'm out of control now.
Anthony's like, I wish I made the rules.
Okay, that's a reference to Jace, I think, Anthony, right now. So just before players flip those over, we'll jump into the turn 4 in between screens. So giving a shout out to our friend and I guess teammate, I guess we'll call him teammate, Bryant down in Australia, Phoenix Games Australia. Check him out online. Bryant doing a bit of our social media share outs and always spreading the good word in the land down under. So we do appreciate that. And Bryant, appreciate you guys checking out the website. So, all right, players are ready. Jace has opted to play delaying tactics, and Anthony identifying Jace as his worst nightmare. So Cat is going to gain Uncanny Luck 2, and during his activation can perform up to 2 attacks. Delaying tactics, if you haven't seen this, it's 1 unit. It's Echo-based defenders only. Players are going to roll priority. Let me see what happens. And Anthony will get it. Okay, I can just hear Anthony gets that one. So at the end of the command phase, your opponent must choose one of their non-commander units that has a face-up order token, if able, and return that to their order pool. So this is quite unfortunate here for Anthony, and in fact, Jace is his worst nightmare. So all right, so I'm going to go there and do that and make the other one go small. There we go. All right, and we're going to jump to the overhead. Issue. I think Anthony's going to find a way to work around this quite conveniently. Yep.
Okay, I will issue that airspeeder. I will pop the
Airspeeder for the LTA. Uplink there. Then that veteran's going to kick to the FD cannon. LTA is going to trigger there. All those are going to be shuffled there. Delaying tactics is going to occur. Jace, are you delaying tactics?
Yeah, you have to, I believe you choose. You must choose one of your non-commander units as a face-up order. If able, return it to your pool. So one of your face-ups that's not Kalani has to go into your token pool. Issue here. Uplink, coordinated.
Is it you choose or he chooses?
He chooses. It says
I was just explaining to Anthony. I don't think you want it to be CAD there.
You're non-commander. No, non-commander. So it can be anybody but Kalani. So which one was that? That's the P. Oh, those guys. Okay.
Yeah, so Anthony's still back to back control. Like I said, I think Anthony was going to be able to work his way around that one anyway. It wasn't just a CAD, but if you have a particular card that issues to a single and you do play that, it's actually pretty fantastic card. So A little tougher to get it off against droids, but certainly feasible against many other armies. Oh, didn't catch it. Sorry, Calvin Captain. I just saw that comment there. Oh, I meant to not do that. Let me go back and set that to whatever reasonable time. I think it was around 40 minutes. Go. The scenario. Here we go. It is a clear conditions, SAB, the moisture evaporators, and major offensive. It is a 4-4 tie right now on turn 4. And like I said, Anthony has lost quite a few units. He's lost 3 spiders, and Bosk are down. Jace has not lost any units, but R2 has used both heals. There is still a bounty, obviously, on R2. We have several veterans that are weakened, at least a little bit of damage to an airspeeder that's been healed back a few times. And then we got an FD cannon that has 3 wounds as well. So a little bit of spread out damage on the rebel side, nothing in great density other than the veterans. But Cat is buried deep, so.
I was hoping. I was hoping.
Anthony, there's a comment on the screen there for you.
John, I need you to buy an exercise ball. So next time they do that, I can just hold that under the camera and be like, look at this.
Why do I have to buy the exercise ball?
Because I'm not moving one from my house to your house. I also do not have the space in my house for an exercise ball. Using jump.
All right, Todd, change of plans. Your donation from tonight is now purchasing an exercise ball. that's the route we've went.
I was trying to figure, but it was dropping me to like 8 or 9 hacks, and I really did not.
All right, so I think we have a move here by Cad, a disengage, if you will, which is free because of the immobilize.
Yes, you're also touching the terrain, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so it looks like Cad is jumping down here. Cad is going to get, I believe Cad's getting 2 shots off this round.
Yes.
No, he cannot pivot with the immobilized. Yeah.
So the next turns I can't pin off this turn.
Yeah, definitely was some spider abuse for sure. It's going to rain tomorrow, the amount of spiders that were killed. Oh, down goes R2. All right, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to just do a 4 and then an asterisk there. And we'll call that, we'll use the asterisk to represent the bounty potential right now.
Steady won't let you melee. What was that on R2?
All right, so that I believe is a wound into our leader there. There we go. Are you touching him or not touching? Okay, yeah, just making sure. All right, I'll go to the activation board as well, and we're going to say goodbye to R2. All right, so R2 down.
R2 is down.
Temporarily, Anthony does have the claiming of a bounty. Apparently, have a winter cold already setting in. All right, so now Jace has to think for the first time tonight.
Yeah, right. This was going to happen, and I did not know what I was going to do.
It's 35 on the clock, but if it's going well, we'll just let these guys play this out here. I think we'll It might move it along pretty quick. Does Anthony have close up on CAD? Yes, he does. So he should have got a dodge off the shot. Yeah. The, the two dodges, that's right, because he gets effectively gunslinger there, or the equivalent thereof. Thank you, Sean, for pointing that out. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Jace never predicted that we would have a B1 mounted dewback as well. So that's wait for that to happen.
This turn? Yeah. Yeah, I can compulsory go here, like the end of my base, and then swing here, and then I'll have a heavy shot. So we'll see. That's also the one in the bag, though.
If only he had wedge for the 360 pivot. 360 no scope shot would be real good here.
Yeah, unfortunately, don't have wedge.
That's what I said.
I'm going to shoot the heavy unit. They've lost 2 guys, so there's 5 of them.
All right, so Jay's taking a shot there into the B1s, kind of just north of the airspeeder. Jay scoffs that he missed a dice here tonight. Just 5, Anthony. Yep. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're going to remove a B1. That was the E5S unit down. We are dwindling some activations down here on the old CIS. That unit should have had 5 left.
That's the one I shot.
Yeah, he had 2 dead last shot. No, that was the north unit. The guys that moved up and shot the airspeeder.
Yeah, from that unit, which is fine. They should have 1 more.
Yeah, that unit should have 7. They have everybody. Heavy unit should be dead. North side unit should be good. Yep.
So my next action will be to move. And then I will compulsory.
All right, here comes the airspeeder bailout potentially. All right, we got a Kalani activation here. Kalani's going to scoot up. Looks like he's going to strategize. Boom, boom. There we go. Takes a suppression himself.
Okay, move and strategize.
There you go. Suppression on Kalani. Guys are just tracking or coming in. That's the activation count right there. R2 off the table. Anthony's now down. Bosk 1B1 squad. 1B1 squad's on 1. Sorry, he's down.
I don't know. I'll go with this guy.
Anthony, you're down 2B1 squads, right? Just single guy, and then you have 3B1s on the table? Oh, yeah, because the guy's on the other side of the wall. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I completely forgot about these guys tucked here, just on the south side of that other wall. They're blending in so well. Yeah, the airspeeders. Team League, I used them like every single round, and they always put in a lot of work for me. The tandem 1-2 punch is fantastic. Yeah. So, Justice, let me go back a little bit. That's where the list started. But what you've missed is it's 4-4 on Vaps right now. Anthony does have a bounty point currently claimed. But Anthony is down one B1 squad, down Bosk, down all three spiders. Jace has just lost R2 at this point. A number of veterans, but only one activation in the form of R2. Cat is buried deep and is starting to muck up soft targets. And then Jace is in the process right now. Looks to be like he's swinging back some air support because he does need to get either Cat off the table or it doesn't really matter how much he's killed. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. One thing we can agree upon: Chad is not losing this game. We are doing well. We're all getting style points because we're all in Friday Night Fights gear tonight, so that's happening. Todd's an MVP for coming in for the donation tonight, so we're gonna give him another shout out. Lots of good chatter in chat. So there's that. So you did miss a lot, and the game happened too. So is happening, I should say, is happening. All right. I think Anthony's trying to find a way to get to 3. I think here. 3 droidicas with emergency transponders. Okay. Yep, I can see that. Fast units, bombing runs, pretty good for that list. Anthony, I think moved away from bombing run initially uh, here, but yeah, your suggestion might be nice. Gotta love annoying people with suppressions, that's for sure. All right, so Anthony going to move the PK squad here. Still has a heal available on this unit, by the way. He's just going to make sure everybody can see. Oh. All right, so I think he's trying to. So I think Anthony is attempting to avoid the Mark II arc here and get to see the FD here. Yeah, you got too many dudes there. Nope. Should be 7 and 6. Good old droids. All right. Some re-cohesion here. Making sure everybody can see. Is this Mark II or the FD? Okay, it's the Mark II. Okay. No. Just a suppression after all that. All right, Jace is going to his bag here. FD down in the very lower portion does have a face up and an aim. So could respond back.
Yeah, it will recover and shoot them.
All right, so we got a shot coming from this FD here. With the barrage, good opening there for sure. Oh, great.
7 down to heavy cover, so down to 5. You have a dodge.
Down to 4. Nice, very good. Good save. When you hit 7 and you only remove 2 droids, you feel good about that every time.
Yeah.
When you hit an FD cannon with 10 hits and you don't remove it, you feel bad every time. This is a game of absolutes, so that makes all of us Sith Lords, I guess. So, all right, looks like we're gonna. All right, so we're gonna have.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, because they're repulsors. You can't land on their base, but you can go through.
So Anthony going to probably bring a little bit of a two-prong here, not only satisfied with the bounty point at this point, but also wanting to get some pressure on that. Wanting to get some pressure on that front VAP. A little bit of a parking lot right now here with the T-47s. They're kind of double parked, and clearly it's Christmas shopping time because they're oriented in 2 different directions. So that's pretty stock standard Christmas parking.
You do still have this. And the guy back there. Yeah, because you got 2 on your stack.
All right.
I'll pull because I don't have any face ups anymore. Airspeeder.
All right. There's a heavy. This will be the second of the airspeeders. A move of sorts, probably a compulsory here.
Yes.
Well, this looks dangerous.
That sounded dangerous.
That's probably Bella jumping off the bed. Jace, an airspeeder, and 2 trees. That is the making of a horror movie right there. Between 2 ferns. Anthony kind of suddenly, he almost felt bad for you there, Jace.
I know, right? I was like, wow. Is this like pity?
Sadly, it was not.
Well, you know, I got one model on the table that could potentially win the game for him. I feel bad. Beat the shit out of him.
Still got that bounty point. It's got to get it off you.
Oh, look, if I remove my command cards and don't make it tilted, is it down? Okay, that's a triple move.
All right, triple move there. Anthony's got an AI attack with that back one. Can't. So it's AI dance.
AI dance. William.
And as quickly as the quips come up against Jace, Bernard comes with the defense.
Yep.
Jace is a superhero among the Hobbit lands.
Oh, oh yeah. So unfortunately, I can see a single B1 there. So I may as well just shoot that guy. We're at 3 so far.
Is that a single B1?
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony double moved the single B1 up. All right.
3 saves on him. It was on purpose.
Okay.
He's the only droid I can see.
All right. I think Anthony probably wanted that out of his bag so he didn't have to have bag problems. Yeah, he gives me the nod. I know Legion things sometimes. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Anthony, Jace just threw those in Anthony's hand path just to purposely have that happen. So I will go to the activation board and remove yet another activation of B1s, sadly.
I know I can't see you, but you might be able to see. Can't I purposely slid them back because I couldn't actually do that. Okay, I put them back mostly so that yeah. I actually want to do something else. So what do you have left? Mark two, Mark two, vets, office. So you still have Mark two, vets, officer, vets.
I think we need to invite Bernard to fly to the studio to do a team game with Jace. Be Bernard and Jace versus everybody else.
Echo base attack. Not the Fire Nation, this is Echo base. We like the cold, not the flame. That's what we're trying to do, is bring winter to this table.
Let's not wish winter too fast here. It's Saskatchewan. We're going to have 9 months of winter, so. A month of spring, a month of fall, 3 days of summer. All right. Anthony feeling safe enough now to chase the T-47s as they move in the other direction. Watch out for that power harpoon. That should be it. It looks like there's a droid there. That droid was actually part of the debris pile there. So it is only a single veteran here. I think it's heavy cover with a dodge from what I'm seeing. Does get a crit. Anthony does sneak it through. He makes the save. Jason's superpowers. Jason the superpower.
That's how I felt the past 3 weeks. Officer. Yeah, it was.
I like listening to these guys as much as I like watching these guys. These guys are the two guys from the Muppets that sit in the balcony and just argue with each other. It's fantastic.
Officer rallied. Officer will aim and shoot cat.
Nope. 1. Cat's got a dodge. Just dodges that off like nothing happened. Todd, this is a special iPad. It's a special one. Dodge that with situational awareness. All right, core. Just if you're curious, Anthony's actually done that face-up order token in the middle. There's is concluded. So all right, little move shoot here. Get sold CAD. Third suppression on the caddy boy. CAD is fresh out of dodges here, so does need to make a save. Never. Oh, you spent another dodge there. Oh, it was light cover. Oh, okay. What was the? Where's the light? Oh, from the suppression itself. Yeah. All right, Jason's got the two Mark IIs there fronting his VAP currently. All right, aim shoot there. I think that's probably heavy cover. That is 2 crits though with critical 2. 3 crits. Jace, why didn't you roll the other? Yeah, you would have had one more dice on the reroll there, Jace. No, 3 crits. I helped him out there, Bernard. Just pointing that out. Loses 3. There we go. 3 and takes a suppression. Jason's got another Mark II. That's a treat. Aim shot. Yeah, Mark rally first. Yeah. Aim shoot. Still heavy cover from the line there. That's 1 crit. 2 crits. Wow, just pumped through 5 crits. Does block, so 2 guys left. Down to 1. You got anything left, Chase? All right, that's 13, so I got time for another turn for sure. All right, I'll jump that to 5. Well, I mean, you got 12 minutes. I'm okay if you play it out. I'm just using 2.5 as a chat. I'm fine. You guys play it out, or you guys decide. All right, so there we go. Yeah, the White Day saves are impressive tonight. Yeah, there's a ton of them. The attack dice have, I think, been pretty good. There's been quite a few crits both ways, but the white defense dice have been definitely above average for sure. So definitely above average. So yeah, so players are getting ready for 5. If you guys want to recap that the score currently, it's 4-4 on VAPS, as pretty much is generally to be expected. Anthony does have the current asterisk because he has the bounty in hand. I got Jace's command card. All right, fair enough. Bernard calls it to the last die roll. We can make that happen. So to the last die roll. So
Bernard wills it.
It will happen. It will happen. I'll make you a deal, Bernard. I'll reset the clock to 2.5 hours, and if they can't finish in that time, I'm calling it after that.
Yeah, we got to take 2.5 hours for 2 more times. Okay. Sean sit there.
I mean, I'll sit here. This is my house. I'm good. It'll be the people on the East Coast that will become haters. Anthony, you got a card?
Yeah.
Anthony's. Yep. All right. Fair enough. I got the cards. We're not going to delay, although I am going to say shout outs to Ben and Paul from Dice Time, hooking us up with some alt arts. People have won. I think we gave out 6 already. We do have a plethora more, so we'll keep those for upcoming Christmas special, of course. So if you guys want to get your hands on a cat, a Bosk, and or a Boba alt art, despite their short appearance online tonight, the cards are really, really cool. So look for more of those and potentially on your gaming table. So give Dice Time a listen. Their podcast is available on the Train Studio YouTube page. So, all right, let's jump in. We'll get to things. We'll do the things and the turns and the stuff. Command cards are ready. Players are flipping them. Jace has played not hold at any cost. Jace has played the Courage of the Rebellion, and Anthony has played do not underestimate our means. So Anthony just using this for activation control here. But if it wasn't divulged at the start of the activation, you can choose up to 2 friendly units with face-up order tokens, and they get to recover. It's not really going to play there, but he is going to get the bag control there. Jason, on the other hand, is going to get pip priority, Courage of the Rebellion, 2 units, echo-based defenders only. Each friendly trooper unit that is issued an order using this card may recover. That actually is going to be beneficial for Jace. All right, at least a card.
I'm not going to issue it to troopers.
Okay, well, fair enough. So Jace has decided to not be.
Each friendly trooper unit issued an order from the card can recover.
Yep.
But I'm going to issue it about airspeeders.
All right, so he's going to go with airspeeders to not bother. It is units on there, so.
Pop his uplink. Give one here again.
All right, so he's popping uplink, getting the FD cannon in order anyway. LTA is going to trigger there. LTA will trigger on both of the airspeeders. Obviously, Jace's play is to go in and make Cad's life as difficult as possible. So there is that. Anthony does have bag control effectively here as well. So 1 airspeeder is going to get in before Cad's likely going to be pulled in. We'll see what Cad is going to do. Here comes Jace around the corner. He's going to do, obviously, a compulsory here. He wants to swing around and likely get the 1 aim shot. He's going to go a bit wider here, do a short turn, and then go into Cad. Cad's going to have light cover, but it's going to go away for a hot shot.
Yeah, light to nothing to shot.
Yep. So shot here with a single aim, 3 red, 3 black, coming in hot. Doesn't need the aim because he just goes to 6. He is going. Yeah, he's not going to. Yeah, he's just going to take away those for dodges. Prepared supplies dodge is going to come out. So now down to 3. Yeah. Uncanny luck as well on.
No, that's only on the 1 pip.
Oh, it's on the 1 pip. Okay. Oh, so sorry, danger sense is what I meant to say he has, right? Okay.
Anthony always rolls so good on Cad saves. I don't actually think I've killed Cad in anything. Like I've played him 3 times this year. You get a third suppression though. Yep.
3 to roll off here.
Oh yes.
Doesn't lose an action. All right, so jumping up. Yeah, he's doing well, yep. Shot coming in. So that'll be 2 into that single vet. It gets pierced, Gonzo. And then he's going to base that FD cannon again. All right, so veteran down. Yeah, exactly. You're glad you didn't kill that, Anthony. Yeah. See, I told you, Anthony activated the superpower. And Jace is going to call it there because he cannot kill Cad. So activated the superpower. Activated superpower turn 2. I told you every time you say that. And so that'll be actually that would have been under time anyway because we had 13 minutes, but because they only burned off 6 there. So yeah, so basically, well, I'll let the guys tell you. So go ahead.
Walk them through. Jason, explain why you can't get out of that.
Why I can't?
Yeah.
Because the FD can't move.
So I just stay, I can stay in base with him the whole time. And he's going to roll 2 dice. I'm going to get to roll 4 to save every time. And then the next turn, I'll have 2 dodges.
Yeah.
So he can't possibly kill Cad.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Cad just gets away with bounty.
Yep.
And you can't overcommit to forcing onto that. That's what I
don't have any
was
core
saying.
left.
Like when you lost the once you're done tapping your VAPs, it was your game to really. They can't hear me, but let me turn my microphone on here.
I was just saying that when you lost the units, it didn't really matter, in my opinion. I think you needed to roll your whole army down anyway to force all of the options. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only that's why I was thinking that the ability for those guys to jump and scale, like that's why I was thinking the bounty hunters would have probably loved a lot of what was out there. I think the FD cannon, to me, honestly, Jace, I know that you deployed it there for the visibility. I might have put both. No, no, for sure it did.
It was there
I,
for the spiders. That's the whole reason it was there.
yeah, I was quite concerned when Anthony jumped up there because I was like, there's no real bailout plan there. The only thing I thought you might have done, because I looked at your command ad afterwards, I thought you might have blasted off R2
I
and
was
brought
thinking
R2
I
up
should
to
have.
actually fight CAD, because you could have dumped a few suppression on CAD and actually had him engage there just for a few other like swings at CAD. And even if CAD wants to go in against your R2, then he's not likely to immobilize that FD cannon. So
The immobilized
It
it.
doesn't matter. You immobilize it
no,
just
no,
to
no.
immobilize it.
It well,
I would
it
use it on R2,
well.
so he couldn't get away.
You totally could, but what I'm saying is he didn't care about having that FD cannon facing that way anymore. So he could have, if you jumped behind, he would have been able to bring the FD cannon around to shoot Cat on the backside potentially too, if you weren't able to immobilize that. So yeah, I was actually surprised that you went so far forward with your air speeders, Chase. I thought you were just gonna do a turn and burn, to make Cat basically have to stay engaged with that FD cannon
I was
to
trying.
not be able to get the bounty targets. Like I thought you might have
Yeah,
ran
when they moved up, that's when I knew I could jump CAD back there.
right. I thought he might have.
But the problem is I didn't have anywhere to place them that I could legally put the air speeders. Like I turned the one around here, right?
Yeah,
But this other one, because it had to go first, like I didn't have enough movement to get it to balance on the building because of this round piece, right? Like with that round piece, I didn't have enough movement to get it there, right? If it was flat, it would have been fine.
yeah. You
But
could have just done a pivot though, right?
no, because I aim shot, I had to compulsory.
No, no. I mean, instead of going forward, I honestly thought what you were gonna do with R2 was actually just like move him or even blast off him backwards to suck Cad so far back that that
Maybe
he,
yeah.
that he would have been, and like double move your rebel officer, double move your R2 to suck Cad further back, because I was worried that Anthony was going to actually just say heck with that and then jump down and pressure on your VAP point.
Yeah, my initial plan until I could get R2 was I was gonna use my one pip to come kill this squad with two shots, and then tap the VAP once and go for the win that way. So then
Yeah.
even if CAD dies, he's gonna have a hard time getting back there to tap.
Yeah, that's the like the troublesome part of VAPs. Like you can, as blue, I feel you can play it really tentative, and then you get to a point where red's like you just get that kill, and then red's like, I'm gonna face my whole army against you. Now not only are you trying to manage points, but you're also trying to manage that pressure because there's nothing left to lose.
That's
So
why I always push forward,
yeah.
no matter what.
So
But
Sean
this stuff
Death
can't though. That's the problem. Like
Sean Death
I got
pointing out Jace is getting a cease and desist order from AMG to stop playing Battle Forces. Yeah.
I mean, he kicked the crap out of me.
Eh,
If it wasn't for CAD, he almost tabled me. Right?
yeah.
So it's not like he played bad.
Yep.
I just because of this FD cannon,
And that's why I haven't played FD cannons. I played one game with them when they came out, and then I played them again here. This is why I don't play with them. That's the exact reason. There's so many characters now.
without that FD cannon, there was no way I could have hit CAD because he had
Right?
such an
Like
advantage
the
on.
problem with the FD cannon is I am paying to help you win the game. You got any force user, right?
Yeah, I can hide in there.
Win. You win the game.
I just don't swing. I just
Exactly.
dodge-
You
dodge
never
that
shoot it.
line.
You don't swing. You can fit max one. I can fit max one unit against you. But if it's up tall, which FDs usually are on tables, so that you can get shots.
So you can get shots. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the reality is that FD cannon should have been dead.
Yes.
It should have been dead.
Yeah.
Now I'm glad I didn't.
Now Anthony's glad that he went 8 for 10 for saves on white dice. So, yeah. But I mean that.
But I mean, at the same time, that was the reason that my spiders were useless. Like they didn't. My spiders got like two shots off the entire game. One didn't even get to
Three.
shoot.
You have three off.
This one never got to shoot.
No.
The laser.
Laser.
This one never got to shoot first time. So this guy shot once, and this guy shot once. No, I only got two shots off.
You got 3 because you got him from the woods.
You immobilized the airspeeder
Yeah.
twice, and then the
Yeah.
first shot that went up on the building went into that where you hit me for all 6, and I saved 5 of them. Right. So shot 3 times. Yeah. One of with 3 spiders. Yeah. One of them got.
Well, the game had lots of interesting things nonetheless. So yeah.
Like the one that climbed up on the top got 1 shot.
Yeah.
The one that climbed over got a shot on 2 and a shot on 3.
Right. Right, because you went into Bosk instead of that. That's
yeah,
right.
because I was like, I need to kill Bosk.
Yeah.
I was like, 1 ion spider I can live with. I can repair it. It's fine. But Bosk is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
however, you have never run up to him against me when I've had any melee. Right. You've played it against ISF, which have trash melee, against this, which has no melee, like at all. My best melee is a naked vet unit, which is pretty bad.
yeah,
And then you played him.
I think you're.
Played him against droid AATs, like the droid battle force, which was the only game I've killed him in. He survived.
No, that was Bosk.
You had both.
No.
Did you not?
No, the time I had both, I won. That was against something else. Oh, yeah, that was against the Blizzard Force. Cad stayed alive in that game and killed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, again, which is a list that has no melee, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as I have a melee unit, CAD has a much tougher time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, linebackers counter Cad.
Yeah. The Echo Base isn't allowed to take any unless you take Luke.
Well, I'm Tauntauns.
CAD can eat Tauntauns pretty easily.
Not once they're in melee.
Well, I think that list plays a little bit different, right? I think it plays a little bit more force forward versus this one here plays a little bit more hold the line. That's exactly it. Yeah, this list doesn't really have anything.
In a way, the Taunts can't hit your VAPs. The only thing that can hit your VAPs is the vets.
No, but I think it clears. I think it clears out. I think if you were like, if you're gonna do, not into maybe the 3 spiders, but like the air speeders can just go in and hurt. Like you could have probably brought those air speeders screaming down and really pressured that back VAP. Not tapped it, but like just force Anthony to like keep feeding cheap stuff into it.
That's why I ran 2 units there quick because
yeah.
1 unit
he can one shot it.
He can one shot it and pressure
yep.
that VAP and then I'm not going to cap it.
No, exactly.
That's why I double moved 2 right there.
Yeah. And as soon as you did that, I was like, there's nothing I can do back there.
No.
Well, I knew you were going to place the other one back there to take that bomb away.
Yeah. Plus, it helped me slow roll. Yeah. But the problem was just, like, I couldn't send anything back there because, like, you've got easy range 4 with both ion spiders there, and then my airspeeder's just compulsoring around.
I was very strongly considering actually putting Cat on that back corner.
I honestly was very unsure of which one Cat was.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to move.
They were both good spots for him.
Like when I moved my airspeeder over here, right? My next move, if you hadn't popped CAD, was going to be
to go pop him
up here.
Yeah.
I was just going to.
And I was contemplating not showing him first turn just for that reason.
Yeah.
But I figured CAD taking those shots first turn was more important, but it wasn't because he didn't do anything.
Yeah. No, he really didn't.
But like I said, once you took all those acts off right away, I knew I had to just dive CAD hard and.
Yeah, Sean Death. If you enter melee with a dish, don't swing. Like, just don't kill it. They can't hurt you.
Yeah, you just use it as.
They roll 2 black dice.
And that's why gauntlets is so nice on CAD because you can just like.
Electro them and then move away.
Or even his 2-pip, right? Put his 2-pip in there to get the. Then that's what I was initially going to use the 2-pip for.
Do you know who else really loves dishes? Op Luke.
Yeah.
Disengage. Get me out of here. Do what else does? Magna. Because Kalani's 2-pip.
All right, folks, I'm going to jump back in the booth here. I'll let these guys they'll go on about that. So another one in the books. That was an interesting one. Lots of weird interactions back and forth.
I just it pigeonholes you in list building more than I want.
Yeah, I think you can still have a boatload of fun with it, and I think again, I think if you play that matchup several times over, you're going to have enough back and forth where sometimes CAD's going to do CAD things, and sometimes CAD's going to get like just smoked. Like look at Bosk, no saves out of Bosk, and sometimes Bosk can be on the brink of defeat, and quick two regens later he's back in the game kind of thing. So well, that's why we enjoy playing Legion so much, because it's got a lot to offer in terms of back and forth interactions. So once again, guys, thanks for checking that out. Episode 68 in the books. Got a basically CAD victory, and everyone else died around him for the 5-4 victory with the bounty point there. So thanks for watching, folks that are still hanging out. Thanks for watching, folks that were here earlier. And if you check us out in the the non-live version on the YouTubes, make sure you guys come back on Friday nights. We do it on Friday night. There's the screen there. So Friday nights, generally around 8:30 CST. As we get into the winter months, we'll move that ahead a little bit. That'll be a nice change for our East Coast fans, so they can see that game a little bit earlier. But like I said, go check that out. And if you're just finding us for the first time, go check out any one of our previous episodes. Just avoid the first anything under 10, because well, the quality is just not there. So we've worked on improving that and getting better angles for you guys, and bringing you more action and trying to follow it a little bit closer for you. So have a great night, everyone. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday for the podcast, or next Friday if you're coming back with us. And hopefully we'll have another exciting game. I know we'll have an exciting game. It'll be full of laughs and some good dice, and probably some average dice, and maybe even some below average dice from time to time. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Cheers.